Janice. There we go. Hello, Brent and Janice.
Janice and Brett, hello.
Yeah,
You're our
Peter.
first guest this evening.
Well,
Oh, Peter, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to
Yes.
make that Santa Claus Conquers the
Conquers
Martians,
the Martians.
drink that you suggested.
they spell it
So,
Bourbon. I can't do that to the song. We're ready for Bourbon Claus.
Bourbon Claus.
Should have planned that one better.
This is really weird.
It would have been funny.
YouTube changed something just today. How unusual.
How typical of YouTube.
Okay. All right, I found it. Woohoo! Okay. I got it. Okay. And Devin and Jessica are here. Hello. We've got a box from Devin and Jessica to open. I'm so excited.
Yes, we do.
I think we should turn those lights. Well, I guess you can see our lights flashing. Flashing.
Well, what's a
Flashing, man.
Let me turn these down a bit.
Okay. All right. We got to make it a little darker so we can see our flashing lights. How is everyone this evening? Mom's here. Hello. And Satellite and Julie. Hello. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. We're having a storm, I think. I closed all the curtains because I didn't want to know, but we're in the midst of a blizzard. So far the lights are on. Yay for that. But if they're not, we'll be on battery power. And that's all there is to that.
You see, I could have straightened these out before, but that just wouldn't be Christmas vacation.
I know.
In honor of all those currently being driven and sang.
So those will be extra challenging.
Extra kinky, so to speak.
Oh, woo-hoo. Okay.
Yeah. Certainly kinked.
Aw, thank you, Devin. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. I think it's cocktail time.
I think so.
Comments. You know what? I want to go. How do you?
Yeah, by the time I get
John,
these.
hello.
By the time I get these
Abra,
unwrapped,
hi.
it will be, in fact, cocktail time.
John, Abra, Keith, hello. And Lisa and Errol. I'm so glad to see
hello.
you. Hello.
Yes. There's some old friends.
Yay.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Do you do this every year? I'm doing it now. Should see the big fun on the big tree.
Yeah. Anyway. And Doug, hello.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. It is Wednesday already.
All home week. Good grief. Feels like it was just yesterday that it was the last
Feels
podcast.
like just yesterday it was Tuesday.
Yes. It's amazing. It's true.
Oh, Satellite's writing Christmas cards.
Hey, excellent idea.
I get it. I get the cocktail kneading.
Mm-hmm. The cocktail kneading.
The cocktail kneading. The kneading of the cocktail.
The kneading of the cocktail.
I think we should. Oh, Ryan, hello. Good to see you. Ryan and Elizabeth, hello. So I am going to make a drink, and then we can open a package, and it'll be like Christmas morning. It's so exciting.
We were writing a few Christmas cards ourselves recently, so I got that. We were not far from the first out of the gate, and the person who did send us the first out of the gate said, "Yeah, well, there's a first time for everything." So it could happen.
Hi, Lynn.
People
Good
understand.
To see you. All right.
Good thing. Well,
time for cocktails.
So what do you got on deck?
I'm going to make Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I had this idea while we were live last week, and we didn't get to it, but I thought we would just do a movie theme this week and kick it off with this.
Cover them all, eh?
So, for Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, I'm going to start with vodka. I'm using 1857 from Middleburg, New York.
Uh-huh. A reputable and excellent brand.
Until last year, I had no idea where Middleburg was. It's not too far from Albany, but it's a beautiful little town. And we actually went to the tasting room where they make this. Yeah. The Laissez-Fairs, hello.
Hey,
good to see you.
Greetings from Vegas.
Yay.
Christmas in Las Vegas. Hey now, Christmas in Las Vegas.
Richard Cheese wants a word with you.
Yeah, probably does. I paid the royalties.
Yeah. And by pay the royalties, I mean I didn't pay the royalties at all.
Downloaded the track.
Okay.
iTunes.
So I want this to be green for Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
So we're starting right off with the Martians.
We'll see if it's green when we get done here. But 2 ounces
getting there, by the way.
Vodka.
Sorry.
You are getting there.
I'm getting it. Yeah.
I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of Galliano. This is extremely yellow, as you can see.
So far, you're working on a pretty good Harvey Wallbanger there.
Yes, but I don't want it to be a Harvey Wallbanger.
No.
I want it to be Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Okay.
By the way,
1/4 ounce of Galliano. It's already a specimen-like color.
It does have that effect, doesn't it?
It does.
You're
Okay.
noting that until last year, we didn't actually know where Middleburg, New York was exactly. I had an idea.
I had no idea.
It's sort of Albany, Vic, not very close, but
Amy, hello.
honestly, until at least a year and a half ago, I had no idea that vodka had any particular flavor, and that's what they're producing there at the farm. And
hi, David.
It is a venerable potato farm, and one of the younger members of the clan, it's a family-run operation, said, "I'd like to start distilling."
Oh my gosh! Well, David,
So,
I hope your
a few years back did.
I hope your hand is better soon.
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh.
Oxycodone. Oh my.
Okay, it's kind of blue now.
Hello.
But anyway, that was a 1/4 ounce of blue curacao. I'm going to add some lemon juice, and hopefully it will go back to being green. So, 1/4 ounce blue curacao, 1/4 ounce Galliano, and which one's the lemon?
Lemon is in the lower, the shorter.
Okay.
The lower, the shorter. Anyway.
And I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice. It's still kind of turquoise.
Well, the Martians in the movie are sort of a dark green.
I guess they are kind of turquoise as well. Okay.
There's some sense to this whole operation, you know.
Would you ice me, please?
Glad to.
Thank you. All right. YouTube is flashing some green digital artifacts.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, no drinks if you're on the oxycodone. I know when my back was out this summer, I could not drink on those drugs.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to shake this with ice now. Oh wait, I forgot the bitters.
Oh, what goodness.
Oh, the orange. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta put in the bitters. 5 dashes of orange bitters.
5 big D.
Okay. Where I was. All right. And strain into a cocktail glass. There was a clear one. Right.
Clear large?
Handy. No, it was. I think it was cleaner than that.
Cleaner? Oh, this guy.
Perfect. Thank you. And a strainer. As long as you're down there, I'll take a strainer.
I am down here.
Thank you. Whoa.
Nope,
Okay.
Yep.
Strain into a cocktail glass. Put the strainer on the wrong glass. Oh, we're off to a great start. It's just blue. It's just blue.
It's really blue.
Well, it's aqua. It's a beautiful color.
It's a beautiful aqua color.
It's a beautiful color. And then I'm going to give it a lemon peel. Twist of lemon peel.
Twist of lemon.
All right. Yay. Let's hang it on there decoratively.
Decoratifs.
Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Oh my god, it is so cold out there. Close the door.
It is pretty chilly. I grant you these. That's an interesting you had there.
It's good. I like it. It tastes a little different than what I expected.
I can taste that vodka.
Oh, Jess wants to know what our
Really?
favorite seasonal mixers are. Definitely, I like to use this vanilla, the vanilla liqueur, ginger, like anything kind of spicy like that says Christmas to me. I also like to use a lot of Prosecco this time of year.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Aubrey. It matches our outfits. Oh, John says it looks great. Okay, well, great.
Good.
I'm glad it does match. Thank you. It's a beautiful color. Actually, it is kind of green. All right. All right, it's green. I'm happy with it. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. 2 ounces of vodka, 1/4 ounce Galliano, 1/4 ounce blue curacao, 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice, and 5 dashes of orange bitter. It looks greener when I hold it away from me. Up close, it just looks blue. Okay. Catch up with our comments. Oh, okay, yeah, Devin's saying too. The dress matches the green on camera. So, you know what? It does. I'm looking at the... All right.
Oh, so it's just...
Okay, good. Whew.
Then we're like Flynn in that case.
Okay. Would you mind
I don't mind at all.
bossing this way? I want to open a package now. Unless you want to make a drink first.
I should have something.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
I should have something.
I should have something, he said. And I
think you should too.
Happen to have a pony and a shot right here, so I can get on
Do you
going.
know what you would like to make?
I think I would like to make... Oh, fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge.
So what's your favorite here? Well, we were thinking about this one and saying that we should really do one called Oh
I was thinking there needed to be a drink called Oh Fudge.
By now, somewhere out there probably is one called Oh Fudge.
Oh, sure.
Probably chocolate milk with a shot of vodka. And I'm like, well, that's dessert, but I would like to make a drink that sounds like something that would have been done. You think, first of all, we were thinking the old man, and the old man kind of sounds like, give me a shot of bourbon. So we're going to give him a shot of bourbon.
Okay, so you're going to do one shot of bourbon?
As a matter of fact, and behind all of this Maker's Mark getup is, in fact, Maker's Mark. Yeah, one shot.
Okay.
So, I'm doing that.
Gotta keep a record of this for the future.
Well, yeah, for posterity. There we go. There we have it. And
Hi, John.
Not going with the usual 2 on this just because this is coming in at 90 proof, I think. So it's a little higher, so I'm going to back off on the bourbon because this is plenty.
Oh, John is saying music. The reason we don't have music playing behind us is copyright issues, but I happen to have made a Spotify playlist.
Thank you for reminding us of such things.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to drop that, and you can just
listen to your heart's content.
Put it on and have a
themed
soundtrack behind you. If anyone wants to donate music for our broadcasts for us to use, we just have to have a letter stating that you're the copyright holder and that we have permission to use the music. So,
and that letter can come in the form of an email, actually. That's fine. We just have to have something from you explicitly stating this because we will get a strike and we will have to respond in kind and say, actually, we have the rights via the person who has the rights. So,
which we have done.
Granted the rights.
We have done. I mean, when I have gone toe-to-toe with YouTube many a time on copyright when we've actually held the rights to use the music.
Because we do have labels who like to be featured on the show from time to time, and we work with them, and they provide us material.
Exactly.
And we provide their material on that. We will actually display that here live because we have it, and that's very handy. And they provide us with the material that we need to respond in kind. You don't get shut down.
I was listening to the Spotify right now. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Excellent. It makes me happy.
Thank you.
Hey.
You don't get shut down by these services, but you do get a strike. And that's something that needs to be responded.
No, you do. Okay, it depends on how you violate copyright. If you play the actual song from the actual artist, you get a strike. If you cover the song, you get a claim. 3 strikes and they delete your channel. But
so you do have to sort of respond in kind and say, actually, so that you can get that taken out.
If you get a copyright claim, you just can't monetize it.
Yeah.
But, hi, Brent. Yay.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. If you get a copyright claim, you just can't monetize it. If you get a strike, 3 strikes, and you're out. So we're not allowed to use people's music unless we have the copyright. Someone else was saying that the other day. I got this really snarky comment on a video where we did 50s food. And she's like, maybe use 50s music. And I'm like, you know what? I would love to do that. But
when somebody from the Royal Teen says, hey, you can do short shorts, we'd be like, oh, okay, great. I'm just saying that because last year we were at a party and there was the sax player from the Royal Teens, who I believe was 81 at the time. And I was like, he was the guy, he co-wrote the song. He co-wrote the song with Al Cooper. It's like, this is the guy,
I know.
So yeah, we may know people who know people, and there's a thing. But he didn't grant us the rights to use it, so we're not playing it right now.
Exactly. So that has been copyright discussion.
That's copyright discussion for
and
this
I'm done now.
And there you go. If you're going to use this stuff in your videos, just bear in mind these are the conditions, and the conditions are totally fair. We produce original material. Our material is under copyright. We would not like it if people were to use it illegitimately. So, however, if you ask nicely, hey,
we're pretty
easygoing.
So.
All right, so I got 1.5 on the bourbon, and we're going to use. Well, let's see. What did I say about this? Chocolate, and then what? Was I going to use a different liqueur or just the chocolate and then bitters? Oh yes. So I'm going to go with. Okay, that's going to be very strange because this was like a third.
I love a strange drink.
I'm a strange one. Okay, 1/6 of an ounce. That's going to be a very odd measure.
What?
Less than I pour out.
What's that in fractions?
Can't tell you.
What's 1/6?
1/6. Yeah.
In
let's see. 2/3.
Not fractions. I know it's 1-6.
1/6. So it'd be half of 0.33. 0.15 or something. It's a weird sort of thing.
Okay, I'm just going to put 1/6.
Yeah.
1/6 ounce.
I'm fine to use halves as 0.5s and things like that. And another 6 of the, I don't see it here, do I? Yes, I do. Vanilla liqueur. We happen to be using a vanilla rum.
That's
is
actually
very
rum, but...
liqueur rum, but
Yes.
you know, there are some great vanilla liqueurs on the market that you can use and that will work just great. So,
How much are you using?
another 6. So it's just
Okay.
a bit. I'm trying for the proportions that I would use in Manhattan because this is what we are emulating.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's it. Kill switch. Don't need to hear myself. I can hear myself just fine.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, that's a shot of bourbon and really 1/3 of an ounce of liqueurs. I'm splitting it between chocolate and vanilla. So far, it's got a distinct sort of a dessert thing going on, except this is a whole shot of the bourbon.
Oh, thank you, Keith. Oh.
And 2 dashes of orange bitters.
I just saw your nice comment.
Good idea. And we do have...
Oh my gosh. Hi, Nick. Good to see you.
Well, hello. Hey!
Oh,
yeah.
the Maker's swag. I know.
Ding,
I
ding,
love
ding,
it
ding,
too.
ding. Little product placement. Well, if you belong to the Makers Club, of course, which I'm sure you do, and you'll know fully well, you get all this stuff every Christmas. They save the little thingies that you can put around your Maker's bottle. I mean, this guy's warmer than I am right now.
Oh, John says, speaking of music, I just found out that Johnny Mathis was backed by the Percy Faith Orchestra on his Christmas album.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I didn't know that.
I just dropped a whole boatload of Percy Faiths on Xmas LP cover of the day on my Facebook page.
I was going to say, you don't hear that very often. I just dropped a whole boatload of Percy Faith.
Should I?
Haven't
Percy
heard that
Faith,
since
no.
like 1964.
Yeah, probably not, as a matter of fact. But there was a whole bunch. And I was realizing, a lot of people grew up with a lot of those records. And I grew up with a lot of those tunes on the Goodyear collections. Those were done by Columbia. He was a Columbia artist.
Goodyear?
Good. Oh, the worst.
The worst.
But anyway, shall we continue?
Thank you, Dave.
Shall we continue?
Yeah,
Do we have
yes.
these cinnamon bitters?
We did because we used them earlier.
Okay.
Let's
Check
see.
those.
Here they are.
Ah, very good. So they went away. But they came back, and here we
They're
go.
back.
The Dash Fire Cinnamon. These are quite nice. A dropper of these. And you got 2 dashes of the orange bitters.
I've been using these in everything this season.
These are a lot of fun. They're not very aggressive, like, oh, wow, I just got a hit of cinnamon whiskey.
Right.
It's not like I dropped a whole bunch of Red Hots in there. But you can definitely taste it. It's a really good, genuine flavor. It's quite nice. And if it doesn't hit you like straight out, if you were having a drink with it, you'd say, but I'm getting that aroma. The aroma's
Right.
really
It's not like dropping
impressive.
Red Hots into your drink.
Okay, so again, shot of bourbon, 1/3 of an ounce of the liqueurs,
6.
dropper
Okay,
of the
6 each.
6 each.
Okay.
I would drop the Dash Fire Cinnamon bitters, 2 dashes of orange bitters.
It might be easier to write that in teaspoons.
2 dashes of orange bitters. Yeah. Yep. Big heart. What ice? Let's find a suitable cocktail glass.
All right. Fine.
And yeah, I'll use this guy because that guy looks festive. Do we have some of those wraps, those cookie wraps?
Yes.
If you would. I'm going to dress up the cocktail.
Curly Q wraps.
Curly Q wraps coming right up.
Would you like red or green?
Green. Let's compliment the red.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you. These are fun. I believe we got these from Linda.
Yes.
We've been using them because...
Stylish stems.
Stylish stems.
Use them on your glass.
Use them on my glass. I just discovered these in some box of materials and said, we need to be using these. Just deck up those cocktails.
Okay, so we got that going on. David says, I grew up on the Firestone Christmas records.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I believe you have those, don't you?
We had both in the house as a kid. I think we had 2 or 3 of each. Didn't have the full collection, but definitely maybe 1, 3, and 4 of the good years, and then definitely a couple of Firestones. Firestones all had the same cover. They just changed the color. It was like this wrapped present. And they usually had a featured artist, like, the one year it's 1967 is Leontine Price, 1966 is Jack Jones, that kind of thing. And usually an original song, which is kind of fun. The rest of it's kind of choral. Good years tend to be like 15 selections from Columbia artists. So it's Percy Faith, Stephen Eady, who else would definitely be in there? Johnny Cash, and who am I definitely thinking of? The New Christy Minstrels, all over the place on those things. Strange Air cocktail glass. But, you know, I love them all. Those are great. And I decided as we got to our own house and our own Christmas trees that I want to collect the entire lot of all of those. So, given time, we searched them out, we found them, and there they are. Would you like to try?
Yes, please.
This is the Fudge.
Oh, that's really good.
Hey, how about that? So this is basically a Manhattan with a chocolate liqueur instead of any of the vermouth.
Yeah, and you use the right amount because I'm just getting like the barest hint of chocolate, and it's not like, wow, this is a Choco-tini.
Choco-tini,
No.
you know, or a Choco-hatton, which would be pretty icky, I think. That would be too heavy. You've already got a heavy base liquor, you know, the brown goods. And it stands on its own. It could withstand up to the bourbon, which is
hi, Sylvia.
To the vermouth or the vermouths. I tend to like them perfect myself. But this works very well with this. It's not particularly sweet outside of the sort of sweet taste of the bourbon.
Thank you, Sylvia. And I agree with you about Die Hard. I believe we did a Die Hard Christmas cocktail last year. I might have to, the Hans Gruber, right? Isn't that his name, Hans Gruber? I believe we did this, but like I gotta look for this.
I believe we did, in fact. There were
Philip, hello.
Hey, how you doing? You know, there are plenty of people coming right up. You know, but there are plenty of people out there who would disagree. No, it's not a Christmas movie. And you know, we've seen this within the past year, just because it's I guess it was around Christmas.
We watched it last year.
I'm looking at this saying it's set in that period. There is a big Christmas tree. There's a Christmas party. I mean, what do you need? The guy with the bag of toys to show up to prove to you this is a Christmas movie? I don't get the argument.
It's a Christmas movie as much as The Thin Man or Desk Set, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, which take place around that time, which both feature Christmas parties.
Yep.
They're not about that. You don't have any Santa Clauses. You got presents. You got trees. So heck.
Thinking they don't have Santa Claus. I guess not.
I don't recall any Santas in The Thin Man. And of course, the second film is set, you know, they return to San Francisco. So it's like really set a week later at New Year's. So, boom.
Wayne, hello.
Hey.
Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good night, David. Heal up well.
Oh, yes. Please,
yes.
Please.
Trees on Fire. Who like the Johnny Cash satire song Trees on Fire based on Ring of Fire. I love that. Hilarious. Thank you, Wayne. We got these beautiful glasses. Now that you're here, Wayne, I'm going to share these from Central California Tiki.
Hello.
Wayne, please drop the link of where people can get these.
Might be able
these are gorgeous.
If you're interested, you know, I think they're great.
We have some drinks coming up in these.
Yes, we do.
As soon as we open.
It's a fantastic design, and we noticed that actually the paper tape wrapping the package had the same design.
Oh my gosh, it was so great.
Talk about a level of detail. That's absolutely out of there.
Jeremy, hello.
But they're really cool. It's a fun thing. So you can check those out, and there are other Central California.
Jeremy says it has Santa's hat in it. I love it.
Oh, please.
Okay.
So,
package time.
Package time. I should get a blade so we can
You
do this
should.
more easily.
Because we're having drinks. Why not open a box with a knife? What could possibly go wrong? I'm so excited. Presents time.
Woohoo!
Diane, hello. Thank you.
The old Swiss Army knife.
It's over there.
Yes. Just make, you know, this could be sharpened. Tell you. Let's go sharpening on the air.
Oh, you made me cough. I'm not sick, but Devin, I think it's exciting.
That'll do the job.
All right.
Pardon me.
Yay. Oh, thank you for dropping that link, Wayne.
Okay.
Jennifer, hi.
You kick
Yes.
that my way.
Merry wintry evening to you too. Okay, package time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Here we go.
Let Paul grab it. Okay, we can't close the computer because bad things will happen. So
you just
let's
move that way.
Let's do this. Okay.
And if I were to open up a box on top of this, bad things.
Oh, Diane's asking what we're drinking. Paul has fudge. And I have Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Mine is 2 ounces of vodka, a third of an ounce Galliano. No, quarter ounce. Quarter ounce Galliano.
That's enough on the Galliano.
Blue Curacao, half ounce fresh lemon juice, 5 dashes orange bitters, and Paul's is 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1/6 of an ounce chocolate liqueur, 1/6 of an ounce vanilla liqueur, a dropper of Dash Fire cinnamon bitters. Is that it?
2 dashes of orange.
2 dashes of orange bitters.
Shake, strain, cocktail glass. You've got all the flavors, the orange, the vanilla, the chocolate, all working there without this thing just being dessert or some big candied mess. It's really quite nice. And John was just referencing.
John says, of course, Paul has a portable knife sharpener.
I bought this knife in Switzerland back when the exchange rate was actually quite good. That was a very long time ago. And then later I found this pouch in a sort of a local discount store because they had a whole display of the Swiss Army knife. So I was like, oh, I want the pouch that goes along with it. And if you look carefully, you see this is very well worn around here and there and around this stitching. At one point, I was looking for a replacement for the little fitting that goes inside the corkscrew, which I've managed to lose again. And I found a store that was selling the parts. And I take out the knife and I was like, well, it goes with this one. The guy just takes a look at this and goes, oh, sir, that's a thing of beauty. And fans of the multi-tool, I tell you. But this multi-tool is a nice sharp blade, and we're about to open, deboxing the package.
Devin and Jessica, yay. I'm so excited. Okay.
Big fun. On air, that's the way to do it. So we do that sometimes with a new bottle, of course. That's all kinds of fun. But a package of unknown materials just spells big, big fun. Okay, so I'm going to fold this up.
I would fold that up.
Away.
Yep. Okay.
This got a lot of packing going on here. This nice tight box. Like everything arrives just fine. Well, we hope so. Hope that the post office didn't decide to punt anything. And we're going to go in. Come on. Got a lot more packaging.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Here. So I can actually ditch this box.
Oh,
outer
wow.
covering. And what do we have? Starting with something knit. I am seeing. Unfold, please.
Oh, wow. Oh. Uh-oh.
Whoop. That was bitters.
I love it. This is gorgeous. Yay. Thank you.
There's a mate.
I'm taking this one.
I'm taking this one. Well, I'm going to check sizes because we appear to have a matching set. Let me find the front
could not be happier right now. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Christmas in Florida.
Wow.
Apparently with
Yay.
these mangoes.
I love it. That is so cute.
That's a marvelous thing.
Are we wearing this
That's the second one.
all season long?
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you so much.
And I believe the sleeve says, it's a little hard to say, fa-la-la-la-mingo.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
That's just
Oh
great.
my gosh.
Marvelous. Well.
Matchy, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
Oh
now,
my gosh.
I believe there are also, guess what? There are socks.
They're socks. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Wow,
this is so sweet. Thank you.
You remember when getting socks was like socks, like in Christmas
I'm excited to have these shark socks.
These days,
socks.
I'm like, I get socks. I'm like, oh wow, cool socks. These are fun.
These are awesome.
So we got a nice Caribbean sunset happening here. That is a lot of fun.
Those are beautiful.
We have more mangoes and the sharkies.
Sharks.
That's something else entirely.
This is so exciting.
And you get. We're going to fire these guys up.
Flamingo lights.
Flamingo lighties.
Oh.
Little lamps and lighties. And we have pineapples.
Oh my god, this is so sweet, you guys.
I can find some batteries.
I'm overwhelmed.
And guess what? This goes on. I don't think we actually have.
We don't have that.
Pineapple. So
wow. Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you so much. I gotta turn it around.
I've
so
seen
you
these
can
around.
see.
And we've
don't
never
have
actually managed to pick one up. So that's actually, I don't know how you knew, but you knew. That's great. And it comes with the straw too. That's very cool.
Oh my gosh. I know. I love this so much. Oh.
Marvy. Where did the sweaters come from? This simply says Merry Christmas on the back of here.
I don't know.
And let me see what the label I have to say. It says Made in China. Well, that doesn't tell me too much. It came from China. So if you have a source on these, then drop it here because people are interested. I'm interested and I'm about to wear one. So.
Oh my gosh, Devin and Jessica, thank you so much. I'm completely overwhelmed.
Seriously,
sweet.
It's a marvelous sort of bit. Well, you've got my number with the lights, the socks, the sweaters.
Yes.
Pineapple. So
I love it.
That's really great stuff. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Tink.
Oh my God.
Excellent,
Okay,
excellent.
would you mind?
I don't mind. I'm going to get some
you.
things
I
out
want
of
you to
harm's
be
way
careful.
because
Be
we're
careful
mixing
with it because
backyard.
I don't want to get my sweater. I love a Christmas sweater, and I did not have one with a flamingo.
You know,
so.
very cool.
Thank you. Really, you too. Thank you so much. Oh. Yay! That was wonderful. Errol hated getting clothes as a kid. He said clothes were a shot down chance for toys. He prefers socks now. I know, right? Oh, Sandy, hi. Sandy and Jerry. I know, I love the sweater too. And these socks are amazing too. So sweet of you two. Thank you. Oh. Wow. I don't know how we're going to, well, we're not going to top that. I don't know how we're going to segue because that was wonderful. But this drink goes beautifully with these socks.
As it turns
I
out.
say.
A certain bit of coordination happening there.
I know, that was wonderful. Okay. Re-railing. Would you put the socks too, please?
Oh, the galactic, yeah.
I don't want them to get dirty. I don't want them to get cocktail-y.
Dirty or more to the point, sticky.
Don't want, yeah, no, because I plan to wear those like tomorrow. Wow.
Okay.
You're just overwhelmed right now.
It's just, it's
Oh, Marie, hi.
what a fine
Hello
gift,
there.
so
Good to see you here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, now. I'm so overwhelmed with gifties.
I tell you,
Devin and Jessica.
we
you're
always,
so sweet.
we all got like shoes and sweaters and things from grandparents as a kid. It's always like,
Oh, Janice is asking, will we be on next Wednesday? We will be taking next Wednesday off, but we will be on twice the next week.
Because as it turns out, Wednesday is simply Wednesday, but Friday is the 31st.
Yes.
And our annual ball drop is on.
So we will be off next Wednesday, but
So we're just going to take a much needed vacation.
a week from Wednesday, we will be on that Wednesday. And then if you'll join us on New Year's Eve, we will do our ball drop, which is very special.
You know it is. I might just be tempted to throw on the usual Lombardo album and see what happens. See what happens with copyright.
Just haven't spent a New Year's Eve till you spent a New Year's Eve at our ball drop.
You know something? I had wanted to throw in one of these curls. I'll take this guy right here. Heck no, this guy. So I'm going to add that to
Jeremy,
the
you're
formula.
right. They make a lot of great socks now.
They do. I like great stuff.
I know. I feel
Anyway.
really weird about not being live next Wednesday, but we'll be live twice the following week. So
It'll be a little different,
I know.
but from time to
It'll be
time,
weird.
you just take a day off. And the fact is, if the following week you're going on twice, it's sort of like you're
Twice.
making up for it. But
I
meh.
hope so, but whatever.
Definitely. And I'll definitely say I'm excited to get socks these days. Socks, sweaters, pants, whatever. It's all great stuff.
Oh, okay. Devin's saying the last
Welcome.
live stream, Paul was wearing a blue shirt with flamingos with Santa hats, and she'd already shipped the box. It was like, oh, awesome.
Ding!
The sweaters and socks came
Wow.
from a supermarket called Winco.
Welcome.
Our supermarket doesn't have anything cool like that. The lights came from a grocery outlet, and the pineapple was from Target, but we got it at Goodwill.
That's
Well done.
That is well done.
Well done. I
I-
love it all.
I have seen in our time, a variety of cocktailware come through the thrifts, but used to see more. We used to see more of this type of thing with the shaker with the recipes on them.
Oh, yeah.
And there was even a
Well-
really good repro that happened on these about 20 years ago. But this is Federal glass. This is from the 60s. They're very common. You find them all the time, except in our thrift, but they just don't turn up at all.
Well, I've got to say, we used to have a Goodwill. We no longer have a Goodwill here in town. There's one that's like, oh yeah, Amy, not a fan of New Year's Eve. Well, come here because we'll just be here and we'll be dropping the ball.
Yeah, you can drop the ball with us.
Our ball's a little bit smaller than the one at Times Square, but
It's-
no less spectacular,
I don't suspect
in
there's
my opinion.
any place that's going to be doing much in terms of like any bars doing much in terms of New Year's Eve, or really shouldn't. But ordinarily, the bars out there will charge you an exorbitant rate for a couple glasses of champagne and waiting around for a really long time.
Amateur night.
And it's amateur night, you know? So you blow a lot of dough, you're out way too late, and then you're just kind of loaded and have to stagger your way home. what a lousy idea. You know, so just, I say stay in.
Just come here.
Get your libation of choice. Stock yourself up. If you have a number of things to mix with, you can follow what we're doing. But it's probably going to be a lot of French 75 action, I would say, as usual. We will be full up on crustaceans and ready to go. And we're going to drop the ball at the appointed hour. And then we'll just go as long as, you know. Sometimes we see the year run bring in twice or more.
There was a couple of years ago, where I think we were live for like 3 different time zones. Like we were live for the East Coast time zone, Central
zone,
and like
and then
mountain.
mountains are literally like,
it was ridiculous, but
6 a.m. they stagger home. You know.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But it was kind of fun. It was kind of great. You know, you liked it a lot.
Do we have passion fruit syrup?
No, but we have passion fruit liqueur.
We do?
Yes,
we do.
Which is awfully
okay, so for my
good.
next drink, I'm
And
just
for our
going to
next
finish
drink,
this one, but I really, really want to use one of these fabulous Central California tiki
ding,
glasses.
ding, 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 ding. Yes.
For my next drink, I'm going to make the Aunt Bethany.
Oh, yes. The classic.
It's a modern classic.
Don't throw me down, Clark.
I know. Last year was the 30th anniversary of
Big
Christmas Vacation.
So
we also have Christmas Vacation sweaters, but
as it turns out,
you know,
there might be a big thing going on there.
Exactly.
Yep. But we got the shirts, we got the sweaters.
I'm so excited about our flamingo sweaters. Yay!
I had the big tangle of lights. I tell you, I'm on theme tonight. But this, that's very cool. Thank you.
And we need them because we're in a blizzard.
It's something like 9 degrees out there. F. Whoa.
Wow. Okay. Can you entertain for just a second?
I certainly can. But definitely. So, in the meantime, and still enjoying, if you're joining us as of late and haven't heard any of the preceding, still enjoying the Fudge, which in fact is not a chocotini that you might suspect. We would not do that kind of thing, but we would actually add some flavoring to a Manhattan and just vary that up a bit. So this is just a Manhattan. Replace the vermouth with 2 liqueurs, but it's only a 1/3 ounce total. I know it's a weird thing to say, a 1/6 of an ounce. That's totally stupid. I hate when a cocktail formula says, give me a 1/6 of it, give me 1/13 of an ounce of it. That's absolutely absurd. But it's not that hard to eyeball that. You can figure out a third, you can figure out half of a third. The vanilla liqueur, the chocolate liqueur, and a shot of the bourbon. Happen to be using the maker, so that's 90 proof. That's why I decided to stick to it, a shot instead of 2 ounces. Shake with ice, strain in, and we also added 2 dashes of orange bitters and a good dropper worth of the Dash Fire cinnamon. So I'm getting all those flavors without this thing being candy. And I happen to like it a lot.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That
I
was
guess
a good
that
one.
was terrible because it's gone.
Oh, yeah, Amy, we're getting pelted with snow right now.
It's coming down.
Wah, 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 wah.
We knew. We were not surprised. I think folks much north of us are getting not much. So this is ours. Whoopee! But we're in that belt. And I think your direction, like, goes like straight east and like socks towards Boston, and then everyone gets hit. And then like north of may or may not.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
The car's all the way at the top of the driveway.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I thought of moving it.
So we have to shovel the entire driveway before we can move the car.
Normally I put it at the end of the driveway just because
normally
I'm headed to an office.
Oh my gosh. Our driveway is really long.
It is recently resurfaced, and I got to say, that nice, hard, dark blacktop, as soon as some sun starts hitting that, it starts melting the snow.
Oh, Janice, you're so fortunate. It just rained. Fractions drives Paul nuts.
You know, it's not the fractions. It's the fractions in cocktails.
1/7 of an ounce only. There's Anthony Braxton cocktails. That's a musician joke.
Yeah, and 23/6 only occurs.
It's really good, Amy.
Only occurs in Don Ellis cocktails. Back at you. Boom. Another musician joke for you.
Oh, okay. Jessica says she sees those glass shakers at the Goodwill where she works all the time. Do you want some?
Well,
if it's cheap and handy, but
they're not cheap to ship. I will definitely say. I'm not going to put any burden on anybody to ship entirely across the country some glass shakers. When we actually have a decent supply of them. It's if you find that you have like a really good rate somewhere, maybe But I definitely appreciate the thought because they're great.
I know they are great,
and they're glass. From time to time they break. So we do like to have a sort of an overstock on them. for that reason.
Oh my gosh, Lisa says, Errol and I have enjoyed the last 2 years spending New Year's Eve with you guys.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
repeat
It's
business.
so nice to have
Awesome.
you here. You know, I love that.
But definitely.
Maynard Ferguson.
Maynard wins on the sea above high sea above high sea. Bang! There's a trumpeter joke for you, John. Boom!
Okay. All right. I'm going to make another drink. I am going to make the Aunt Bethany, played by the inimitable Mae Questel
There you go.
in Christmas
I
Vacation.
believe this was her last role.
I know
And, she had been working since the teens.
Yeah.
So
Oh
in
yeah. She was
1989,
one
wow.
of the Betty Boops.
It was a boop.
She was
Yeah.
a boop.
It was a boop. But definitely.
If you don't mind icing,
Don't mind at all.
please. I will build this one in the glass.
Okay. That can be done.
I said
Once again,
shake with ice, but I'm going to build in
Central
glass.
California Tiki Xmas glass.
Wayne
Check out
shared
that
the link,
design.
and
This is so
these
cool.
glasses are beautiful. Like
It's
this video
really
is not
cool.
doing them justice. So
It's as high a quality as we're getting here, and it's better than we used to get. We're not getting the full detail. So check the link. Definitely going to want to see that happening. We're very glad to get all of this business. Okay, is that good?
that's
quantity?
perfect.
There
Thank
we go.
you. Oh, look at that! You can see the Tiki Santa and the candy cane.
Shows up better with some ice in it.
Just gorgeous. I just love it. Okay. Aunt Bethany begins with an ounce of brandy.
That's a brandy.
Wait, no.
Nope. Ounce of reposado.
Yes.
tequila.
Yeah, okay. No, but I'll take the brandy. It does. Okay.
But
An
yeah,
ounce of reposado tequila and then an ounce of brandy.
keep the brandy on deck.
Okay. Yeah. Keep it nearby. All right.
We happen to be using Cumbranda this week. That is a reputable brand, 100% blue agave.
Oh.
I recommend that. I recommend Reposado as far as your all-purpose tequila goes.
I like it. You could use a blanco. That would be
It would not hurt.
añejo.
I am not a really big fan of the blended tequilas because they're cut with grain alcohol. It's like, I would like the tequila to be tequila. It's like the whiskey. Same with blended whiskey. It's like, if you take a look, sometimes that's about 15% whiskey and then just a bunch of sort of generic filler.
So it was 1 ounce of tequila, 1 ounce of brandy. If this sounds weird, it won't be. We've had this one before.
Tequila
It's
and
good.
brandy do play well together,
Yes.
and there should be no particular surprise there.
I wouldn't do tequila with gin.
Because,
but-
after all, when the Spanish actually conquer Mexico and they find local products to distill, what do they got? They get a lot of agave. What do they know how to make? Brandy. What do they start making? Eventually come up to tequila. And really, it's made by a very similar process.
All right.
So-
This ordinarily calls for a half ounce of vanilla liqueur. I only have this vanilla rum, which is very thick and very much like
Very
a liqueur.
liqueur-like.
So
So we've been using it. It's got a nice vanilla flavor.
it's nice. Yeah. I
So-
wouldn't use it as a substitute for rum in your drink.
As-
But you
as-
can use it as a substitute for vanilla liqueur.
As a sub, it works well. And if you're just using this as a
Thank you.
base rum, you would just bear in mind you would want to throw some sour in there and balance it out. And that should work just fine.
1/2 ounce fresh lime juice.
Always a good place to be.
So far we're up to 1 ounce of tequila, 1 ounce of brandy, 1/2 ounce of vanilla liqueur, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, and what else?
Half ounce of the
Oh.
passion.
The passion fruit.
Should be down and to your right. On the
Oh, I see it. I got
Yeah.
it. Pardon me.
We are out of passion fruit syrup, but guess what? We're going to sub it with
Liqueur.
Shinola passion fruit liqueur, which has a very intense passion fruit flavor.
Yes. Okay.
So this is the real thing.
And being a liqueur, that cap is sticky.
Pretty sticky.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens too. The liqueurs and the Amari.
1/2 ounce.
The Amari end up with really sticky caps. Yeah.
Oh, and then we need the Boy Drinks World.
Serrano cocktail spice.
Okay, pardon me again. I need to go digging. Here it is. Oh, it's near the front.
Easily enough.
Okay.
How nice. So we had some hot stuff with Boy Drinks World Serrano cocktail spice.
2 droppers.
Droppers. This one's a little sticky too.
Boy Drinks World. Serrano cocktail spice.
Yeah,
Wait.
this is not advertised as bitters. It's not really a
There we
bitters
go.
as much as it is an infusion. I remember the first time I tried these, there was a very basic cocktail. I think it was either a martini or a daiquiri. and added a couple of droppers of that, and suddenly like this big hot head. Wow, a lot of flavor, really good. Got that.
Stir.
And stir. And as a matter of fact,
oh, you know what? I'm going to use one of these delightful cocktail monkeys.
that's an excellent idea. And the swizzles.
Oh,
We have them too.
I'll get the swizzles out too. 1 second.
I had them on top, but I guess they got bust.
Oh my gosh, this is still so good. I got the swizzle sticks.
Sometimes it's good to revisit these things, folks. We invent 10 cocktails and then move on.
And I got some fabulous swizzle sticks too.
Yeah, that's tasty.
Also from Central California Tiki.
Very fruity profile. I'm getting that hot hit without it being burning my face off. That's very nice.
So good. All right. I got to make the swizzle face.
Gee, now I want one.
Well, do you? Okay. I got to get. What happened to us? Oh wait, here we are. Okay. Bob did personally. I'm just catching up on the comments. Don't mind me.
Maynard Ferguson cocktail made with high C. That's hilarious.
Maynard Krebs cocktail.
We're like awash in musician jokes. Yeah. I will say that of his generation, I saw very few performers of that ilk at the time, but I remember going back, it's going to be 35 years ago, seeing a double bill, Maynard Ferguson and Buddy Rich. It was just like two different sets. And so I saw Maynard's, and he was...
Hi, Kay.
He was really the master of the high note, but definitely. And Buddy Rich was just great. Just great.
Kay, I know it's snowy here, too. She said a snowy night in New Jersey. Yeah. I'm feeling you right now.
Snowy night in Jersey. Oh, it's a snowy night in Jersey. Oh, I wish it wasn't. Ugh. I would not want to be driving on the New Jersey Turnpike or any turnpike right now.
Nope.
In our area.
Nope. Nope. We're staying home.
Sorry, folks. No, we're in.
We're in.
Just like New Year's, we are in and to stay, and we're stocked up. So
that's right.
So that we can do these things for you.
And for us.
Oh, Gilligan with a goatee. Exactly. Work!
I'm sticky, though, right now.
Get that going on. And just checking this here, too. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I guess I need a little something because this is rather out. Let me bust this.
I have several ideas here that you can choose from for drinks, or you could freelance. We have a vague movie theme this evening. Earlier, I made Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Then Paul made, fudge. I can't just say, oh, fudge. I have to say, oh, fudge. Only I didn't say fudge.
Check out one look
Aunt Bethany. Oh, look at that.
Wearing lights.
Right.
Ah.
And then I currently have Aunt Bethany, which was an ounce of tequila, an ounce of brandy, a half ounce vanilla liqueur, half ounce fresh lime juice, half ounce. I did passion fruit liqueur. I originally called for passion fruit syrup, but same difference. And 2 stoppers of Boy Drinks World Serrano cocktail spice.
Combine a double old-fashioned glass with ice.
Good and spicy.
You don't really need to shake that up. You could, but then I would just pour. You could also combine and then put into one of those drink mixers, like the Hamilton Beach we have over here, like you would use to make a milkshake and just give it a buzz and then pour it. I do that frequently.
Yep.
This is standard operating procedure over at Trader Vic's. It was good enough for them. I think it's fine.
Mai Kai, don't they use one like that?
Yes, Mai Kai uses these guys too.
Could you hand me the spray,
please?
It's a little sticky.
Bit of stickiness from handling that liquor.
Don't mind me.
Naturally enough, the
little full
liqueur adds some alcohol, so it's not an exact replacement for. But I got to say, the flavor on that and the flavor on the passion fruit that we make is identical. So I have no problem whatsoever doing that sub. There are things I will not sub with, but that's just great.
Oh, wait, Amy, you have a curfew? What?
What?
Oh, because of, okay, I get it. Never mind.
COVID. Demolition jam station, Maynard Collector, include. Whoa, terrific trumpeters. I heard a bunch of Clifford Brown recently because I was just playing a bunch of stuff, and that's. I understand where you're coming from with him. Yeah, hot stuff. And Clark Terry, he's a really underrated guy.
Sticky.
What here?
And now I'm damp.
Yep. There we have it. Keeps the keyboard clean. Not a bad
That's
idea.
right. Oh. Baron von Swinkenstein, hello.
Melody Clicky Maka to
So
you.
good
Back,
to see
back
you.
at you.
Oh my gosh.
Make like a high, make a hiney ho. Boom, boom, boom.
Malika Maka, Heiny
Hiney ho. Hiney hi. Heidi hi. Or what's that
Pee-wee.
ball of fire where she keeps saying Heidi ho?
Oh, I love Ball of Fire.
It's a great picture.
Yep.
Yet another. We were just thinking of Christmas in Connecticut, featuring the same actress. So
Stanwyck.
I was just thinking along those lines. There
Yep.
it goes. Well, I think I'm going to go back to the Todd and Margot Rita.
That's a good one.
We have those sweaters. I really should have it on right now, but you know these are so great. And
We
they've
have
got
our
the flashing
Christmas
lights.
vacation.
Wear. We're flashing, and you know I really like these little lights with the battery packs. And you have one with
I don't have a
two battery
pocket,
packs.
so mine is just
go
dangling.
Hanging.
Dangling dangerous.
I wear these to corporate parties, and then people come up and talk to me because I'm the person who looks like you want to talk to him. So that's why I get a lot of business cards that way. You know, that's a good way to go.
If you want business cards, there's a tip
Christmas
for you.
parties, that's it. Yeah. So we're going to go with something that we have actually innovated last year, where during one of these broadcasts concerning the Christmas vacation, some people's favorite Christmas movie ever, I'm going to tend to side with them. I don't say that it's my favorite, but it's absolutely top 10. It is one of those things which I think was a little low key when it was released, but then really picked up steam on cable.
I saw it in the theater.
Yep.
On Christmas night.
On Christmas
actually.
night. Wow.
And I think Christy and Amy might have been there too. If Christy and Amy are
If they're roundabout and watching.
around and about. I think that they were likely there.
It's very likely.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fun one. Because I say that I flew completely under my radar at the time. I don't think I was even really thinking of it or aware of it. And then later on, you were talking about it. Oh, great.
I love that movie.
I think you got the tape and we started watching. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Oh,
that's a
Abra.
killer.
Christmas in Connecticut, I love too.
Oh, yeah. It really works well. We're really great ensemble cast on that.
Amy, I don't know. I got to find out. The remake with Danny Kaye. I don't know.
Ball of Fire with Danny Kaye.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm thinking
No, but it's called something else.
Yeah, I'm thinking of...
Oh, John shared the link.
Oh, thank you.
Great, thank you.
There you go, folks. Here's some more music for you to listen to. Not Christmas, but some high-quality jazz with 3 killer trumpet players. So that's actually... There's some little, fun for you from musicians who are watching. I'm thinking of... No, that's the remake of The Women. The remake of The Women was called...
They did... I think it was called The Women, wasn't it?
There was a remake of The Woman called The Women. That was
the
10
musical
years
you're
ago.
thinking
Yeah,
of. You're thinking of the musical. Oh,
that was made
with June Allison.
June Allison, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I'm forgetting the name of it, but I always make fun of it because it's that kind of thing. It's not as good as The Women, but it's
It is
it's kind of
not,
fun to
but it
watch.
has June Allison and Joan Collins, which is just weird.
It does have Joan Collins in that role, which is pretty terrific.
All right, I got to look it up.
So luckily we have, where could I possibly find all of this information? If only I had a library at my fingertips. Oh, here we go.
The heck was that movie called?
From about 1959, maybe, 57. Opposite Sex.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you used to call it the opposite of sex.
The film has a distinct lack of sexiness to it.
Well,
I just don't know how that happened that way.
Oh, Virginia Mayo. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now we're going to look at Danny Kaye. Let's figure that one out.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah, we do. All right.
Let's figure that one out.
January projects.
I will actually start working on this one. Todd and Margot.
Oh my gosh, you just watched, okay, Lisa and Errol just watched Christmas in Connecticut on TCM.
Oh, wow, TCM. Yeah, we
I miss TCM so much.
Literally the one,
the only thing I miss about having
channel.
cable.
The one channel I miss from cable is TCM.
Yeah, I do miss having
anything else
TCM.
We've been able to replace, and we can see what we need, or either replace exactly or find something similar, and we're good. But like Lord, you cannot do TCM. That's the only movie channel out there that does that the way that like that. And I do miss. We used to have a bunch of VHS tapes of things that we'd recorded from TCM, but that kind of stuff had to go. Now I'm kind of regretting getting rid of them.
Although he did plug in a VCR the other day.
Yep.
It was hilarious because at first, instead of things being black and white, They were green and
Green and white.
so we had to figure out how to turn down the color on the TV so that all of our black and white shows wouldn't be green and white.
You know, in the immortal words of Buckwheat, it's been a long time since them days. The VHS is a regular definition format. When you go to high def, you have to go through a converter into digital. And, you know, the quality really does take a hit.
Lisa says I watch on Hulu. We have Hulu.
Do you watch TCO on Hulu?
What? How do you do that?
Yeah. Let us know here. Hip us to that kind of thing.
I have Hulu.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I don't see all these great things.
I'm interested to see TCM again. Yeah.
Hulu, every time I click on Hulu, they just want to sell me the Brady Bunch Christmas movie, which I'm here for. I just play it in the background when I'm not watching TV, actually. But TCM? What?
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh. Abra says TCM is why I still have cable. My mind is blown. Lisa, I need your help. So please. I love TCM, and we got rid of cable because we were paying like
too much,
a ridiculous amount of money for something that we didn't watch all the time. But TCM has a streaming app. Is it okay? Baron von Spankenstein is saying TCM has a streaming app. It's not the Criterion one, though, is it? Because we tried that, and I was like, these movies are way too smart for me. I can't watch all these intellectual movies.
They were good, but there wasn't enough things to really inspire me.
I need my pre-code trash.
You just need a more generalized mix of things, honestly. You know, occasionally you get something kind of handy.
I like generalized mix better than pre-code trash, but
yeah, well,
it all amounts to
you like the pre-code trash too. It's very true. Could you put a sock on that for me, please?
Did you just tell me to put a sock in it?
On that, not in it.
Okay. All right, I gotta find a sock that. Okay, I
coordinates.
Gold.
I think that'll work just fine.
All right.
Don't you? Yes.
Yes, I think so.
There we go.
All right.
So this is a margarita variation, so we're going to put this in the appropriate
The Todd
glass.
and Margarita. You guys, I'm so glad I said this because I had no idea that all of these wondrous things existed.
Well, what to my wondering mind might appear, but it means to get TCM without paying through the rear.
That was beautiful. Maybe you should embroider that on a pillow or something.
There we go. All right, get some ice in the shaker.
TCM app is on my Fire TV. Doug, wait. Okay. Lisa says she has Hulu Live. I think you have to have cable access. What? Okay. You have to have cable to access what's on the TCM app. Okay.
Which is the bane of the existence right there.
I'm trying to follow this. I'm going to go back tomorrow morning and read all this because I can't imagine Ingmar Bergman directing an episode of the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. It would be fascinating.
Ever see a short from the 1968 called Deduva?
John Le Carre. Oh,
look that up.
Tinker Tailor
Le Carre.
Soldier Spy.
There we go. We just heard that, as a matter of fact.
He passed away.
Hello. So what does this baby start with anyway?
Oh, the Todd and Margot. 2 ounces of tequila.
What does it start with? I don't know, Margot.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I like the fact that the stereo that gets destroyed is Bang & Olufsen. I don't have anything against Bang & Olufsen. They're totally reputable. I would like that and play that. It would sound marvelous. But it's so typical of the era that they had B&O.
I just love saying, why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
So that I can say, I don't know, Margot.
Although when they're sitting there on Christmas Eve and she's like, aren't you just the tiniest bit sorry we didn't get a Christmas tree? They have this gigantic picture of margaritas. It's hilarious.
Completely. It's in the whole picture with the stir with the lemon slice going off it. It's kind of great. All right, so what's next?
1/2 ounce sour cherry.
Sour cherry.
I did bring it over.
Yes, I can feel it right here.
Yes. You
just have to know what the lid looks like. And away you go. We happen to, again, creak, creak, creak. It's good. That's a tight stopper. This is, again, American Fruits. You may or may not be able to source these. If you can, I recommend them. If you can't, find yourself a reputable cherry liqueur.
We are missing so many good
Oh, yeah. There's, if you find, like, Eastern Europe like Czech and Polish fruit liqueurs are pretty well known, I think. And you can usually find those for a pretty good price. There's some stuff we found locally that was made by Vishniak. That was cherry, and they had other flavors too.
I need to figure out the Hulu Live thing because I might be here for that. I don't have we have cable for our internet, and that's it.
Okay, what's next?
Wait, okay, and next is a half-ounce Campari.
Half-ounce Campari,
which I also brought over.
You did.
Yes.
I can grab it if I can. There we go.
Yes.
Campari
So the Todd and Margot Rita is sour and bitter. Like Todd and Margot.
What was I just saying about the Amari? Just like the liqueurs, there's a fairly high sugar content in here. Half-ounce?
Half-ounce, yes.
Yeah. For the bitterness that Campari gives up, there's a fair amount of sugar going on too. So that will actually accumulate. It's pretty good practice to clean these toppers off from time to time. I seldom actually do that, but your bottles will be easier to.
Errol did the Clark Griswold with the latter one. He said he was glad his hands weren't between the rungs. No.
I can imagine.
Oh, jeez.
Let's just say that.
Oh, my gosh.
I have been on a ladder during this process while she was handing me Santa Claus and a couple of bricks to keep them
And
down.
I remember I was really irritated. This was just earlier like maybe 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I forget what I was irritated about. I wasn't irritated at him. But we went outside and I was like really upset. He was like asking me for bricks. I'm like,
Toss.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Don't throw bricks at your house.
Hi, Jamie.
Just saying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now you guys, like Hulu Live, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But we pay for the Hulu without the commercials. So is Hulu Live something we could
Is this one of those deals where you have to have the subscription to cable to take advantage of the app?
Hi,
which is
Ron.
fairly pointless because
I don't want cable.
You know, I would just keep the cable then. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, but I miss
Hey, Ron.
TCM in a big way.
Awesome. Ron's been putting a whole ton of stuff up on the Facebook group of the present listening. I mean, really huge amounts. John, you're hip to present listening by now. I see frequent appearances from Pink Flag, Wire. Oh, classic.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Greetings from
Great one.
Swansboro, North Carolina, a quaint little drinking town with a fishing problem. That's great.
I hear you.
Oh yeah, Hulu.
That kind of sounds like Roscoe, New York.
Oh, $55 a month. It's for cable cutters.
Ah, Hulu with live TV, more than just live TV. Okay.
So
you would have to consider
if
that
I were
Hulu
to
package.
get Hulu Live, which is a lot more than Hulu without commercials.
Then you can
Okay, yeah, I was saying you can get it through Hulu Live for $55 a month. Okay, so $55 a month. I'm just thinking, I guess you can't get, I do watch Netflix too. I don't want to pay too much money, but TCM is making me think,
Wringing the hands, eh?
Yeah.
Makes you think.
I could do without food.
If you can, I was thinking about cutting out something else that we're paying for.
Like
anyway. So let's run this down since this has taken a nice age to get the whole thing together here. 2 ounces of reposado tequila, half-ounce sour cherry liqueur, half-ounce Campari, 3/4 ounce fresh lime juice, shake with ice. We got that part.
This is the Todd and Margot Rita. It's like the Tramps. Burn, baby, burn.
It's always good to shake to music, I find. Mr.
Hulu Live
Charles
includes a bunch
will
of
tell you to shake your walls down.
Lisa says it is starting to creep up to cable prices.
Yeah, inevitably,
Google
right?
TV is $65 a month. You guys, we got rid of Pink Flag. Oh my gosh, we got rid of our cable because it was so expensive, and we don't watch it all the time. So I feel like for what we were paying for cable, we should sit there watching TV all day long.
Constantly.
You know.
Video people. And straight into a cocktail glass. Now, if you're thinking, is this really a cocktail because there's no bitters? There is the Campari, and that is in fact a bitter. So, a nice pink
Todd
color.
And Margot Rita.
Frankly, it's a lot classier than Todd and Margot deserve, but what the heck.
Todd and Margot were
pretty full, too.
They weren't not classy. They were just kind of angry.
Yeah, angry yuppies. Very entitled. Very condescending.
So good.
Yeah, still good. Really, we just bittered up the margarita.
Keep this.
Oh, really? Well, then I'll take yours. Yoink.
Mine's really good too.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff.
Erin, hello.
Mm-hmm. You! Yeah, well, here's the
John,
thing.
I agree with you about TCM, but wasn't Ted Turner like one of the original cable people?
Yeah, I think he ignited a cable package. And of course,
Yeah.
what was the big thing that initiated was the news, cable news network.
That's
so,
okay.
And also, I believe, bought into
Yeah.
the Atlanta Braves in order to have something to show on the cable. So this is all embedded, and now you've got big deals with Time Warner and with all of these companies, and it's impossible to untangle that until the large companies just come to their senses and say, "Hey, this is how it could be done," and bang, then you'll see that kind of thing happening. But otherwise, yeah, TCM.
I would pay $15 a month. I'd pay $20 a month.
Look, acquires the catalog, does a great thing in saying, let's come up with a channel that just shows this stuff. You get a great host, you get guests, you have special features, etc., etc. You offer premiums, you have a little magazine that comes along with it. They really nailed shut the whole classic movies thing. And then
I miss it. I really do miss it.
Much more recent material, too. It wasn't just like, oh, it's all 50 years old. Oh, it's all 75 years old.
Those were my favorites.
Quite a bit of the stuff was more recent than that, and would always do like Oscar specials and stuff like that. So they just really did the Hollywood package. And the fact is, that worked really well when it was all about cable. Well, it should work really well in the contemporary streaming age. That's what I'm saying. You're watching us via streaming right now. Why can't you watch all those great movies?
I don't know if I've had enough drinks to go on a rant.
I am not ranting.
No, me.
Oh,
not you. Me.
Okay. I'm just thinking. But honestly, it's the one thing we miss, and I think you guys need to get it together and make this happen. Because ultimately, too many people will start dropping, and then it's no longer economical to have your little cable thing going. Then what? Come up with a new package. The demand is there. All of these people watching right now would subscribe to a TCM that was $15 a month. I mean, I'm not going to speak for you all, but I have a feeling that there is a price point that would happen.
I know. People are saying, like, Ron's saying cable used to be regulated, it was deregulated, and boom, shot up the prices. Yeah. It's like Doug's saying, it's the AOL model.
Yeah.
Almost like when the studios owned the cinemas. And now there's that whole Warner thing where they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, the studios owning the cinemas was eventually seen as.
But now Warner is like putting all theirs up for streaming.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, I'm a terrible moviegoer, so whatever, but it's just interesting. It's interesting.
These things happen.
Yep.
Look, the thing about the studios and the cinemas, that was how they got their product out there. You own the distribution channel, you can get it. But that was eventually seen as monopolistic. And honestly, that, as much as anything, is what really kind of kills the original Hollywood model. People always talk about television killed them. How about the fact that they no longer own the distribution channel?
Yeah, Baron von Schmeikenstein. I would pay for that. I would pay for that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And they're missing a bet because I'm not getting my cable back. So.
Yeah.
Yep. I know.
So
I would pay. Pay. There's what was it was it Warner? Someone started an app a few years ago, and they had all these old movies and stuff, and I wanted it so much, and we paid for it, and we downloaded it and everything, the app, and we couldn't play it. So
Nothing
I just got
worked.
rid of it. So
got rid of it immediately because it didn't work.
Yeah.
So honestly, I kind of hope that Warner's got their fill in the blank together, because it would be good to be able to find that and take advantage of it. I would.
Oh, Don, John.
Yeah.
John.
Yep.
We rent stuff all the time. I know.
Yep.
And Satellite would subscribe to. I know, right?
Seriously.
We would all do this. They're missing a bet. All of us who would pay $50 a month. Yeah.
Look, I remember having a conversation about 7 years ago about this exact topic with a friend.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I love it.
You know, I'm not going to say that that's wrong. That's a fun idea there, Janae. Please.
But anyway,
and I will certainly take a look at that whole like rainbow flag there and say, well, I wear that pin on my work shirt every day because I belong to that group at work.
I know, Ron. Here's the thing, Ron's saying I miss oddball classic films and B movies. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like I've discovered so many films through TCM.
The genuine B pictures are great because it's Hollywood coming up with filler. And sometimes they usually would put sort of a second string director who was trying to be a first string director, so they try very hard.
Yep. And
then once that model completely ends, then you've just got all that drive-in stuff, and that's where Roger Corman comes in and bang.
Right.
And he is kind of the patron saint of everything we do. Make it happen quickly, cheaply, on time, and on budget. And it's always entertaining.
Lately, we have been. We're like, I really want to watch fill in the blank movie. And I think we kind of have correct me if I'm wrong, but like a cutoff point of like, how much is it to rent versus buy?
Yeah.
And I feel like if it's under $10 to just buy it, we just buy it. But
DVDs used to be
I don't need to own every movie
cheap
out there.
option, but frequently these days the prices are up, and then there's the out of print stuff, and it's ridiculous.
Shout Factory is the best friend.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friedman and Lewis.
On YouTube. Oh.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. Great ideas here. We're on a Christmas movie kick, and now we're just talking, generally speaking, a classic movie kick. Well, I think that this crowd here can dig both of those subjects, and we love them all. Absolutely. We've been talking the sort of general TCM model. All of these classic studios have a huge catalog and can take advantage of it.
I just remember, like, if I was sewing or something where you used a different part of the brain, I would put on TCM and I would go through a couple of movies and I would have a dress made or whatever. And you can do that and have a movie playing in the background. And I wasn't just watching it, but it didn't matter. I just liked having it on. And, no. Oh, Julie's saying, I find some fun stuff on Pluto and Tubi apps. Okay. All right. I love it.
Okay.
Cult Cinema Classic on YouTube. We're on YouTube. You'd think I'd know about these things.
Well, YouTube has...
Are Usenet binary groups still a thing? I don't know.
Well, I was going to...
Film Detective. Thank you, Abra. Oh, my gosh.
I was going to download...
you guys are the best.
That movie on the Usenet app, but they said the download time required at high speed was 46 days, so I decided against it. I remember getting pictures, and it would take an ice age for things to download. That was a long time ago.
Oh, my gosh. Film Detective. I love it. I'm so excited. I gotta look into this.
The great thing is these comments are saved, and we can take a look at them later.
Exactly. I can come back to this tomorrow.
And can you?
Thank you.
And take a look at what these things are, because it's not like we figured all of this stuff out. If we would, we're blah blah blah.
Well,
Doug was just talking about the occasional Laserdisc. We can play those. We have to send it through. Again, we have to send it through the same adapter that the VHS goes through. The quality is, well, it's not where it should be, but we have a selection of lasers. Some pretty good titles. I don't think I never collected them. What?
The lasers. It's a bridge too far for me.
We actually watched fairly recently Apollo 13 on Laserdisc, and you enjoyed it. So,
I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy the machinations we had to go through to watch the Laserdisc.
Honestly, it looks better on analog TV. Psycho Bird.
TCM kick, which I love.
Yeah, and apparently a Hitchcock kick. That's a pretty good place to be. You've got...
John hasn't seen any episodes of The Prisoner. Oh, he loves The Prisoner.
The original Prisoner is...
Santa Claus... We do have Santa Claus Conquers the Martians on like a cheapo DVD.
I think we have it twice.
I think we do on like two
different cheapo DVDs.
Two cheapo DVDs.
Yes, absolutely. Just like we happen to have two different video fireplace DVDs. Although one of them is missing, that's why we have two.
You know what? We've got two, so who cares?
One of these days I'll find the first one, and then I'll say, oh, that's what that was. That's how this goes. But the second one is playing right now as we go. The original Prisoner is potentially the best thing ever on television, but that's a matter of taste. And the fact is that some of those episodes are better than others, but I highly recommend it. And then going back about 13 or 15 years, there was a remake that happened on one of the cable channels.
Oh.
Yeah.
It might have been more than that, actually.
And I'm trying to remember the actor who played the Caviezel. Actually, I forget his first name. Played the prisoner in that. And I remember my sister saying, "You should watch this." And I said, "Oh yeah," and never got around to it. So I don't know. Maybe that was good too. It's hard to say that concept should not be terrible if you approach it.
Should not be terrible.
Should not be terrible. So many reboots are really mediocre. Because we shot video earlier today. That's why. Would you like to trigger rotate?
Please. I just noticed our Christmas tree wasn't rotating, but we were shooting a bunch of video today, so he turned it off because it makes a lot of noise.
Make noise.
Thank you. It's distracting me. Oh, it's rotating again.
Would you like to try to rotate?
I know.
There we go.
I'm like 5, whatever. I get it.
Hey, it's
Pluto
a
and Tubi.
simple thing to turn on.
I know Pluto. I've never heard of Tubi before tonight. I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm old. Whatever.
Hey.
I'm old.
You know, I don't really spend my time in researching these things, so I'm glad that you do, because you can hit me to this type of stuff, and I'm glad to see it. I do spend my time fixing up a lot of old stuff. I will.
Oh, you'll love this. I had a friend wearing a rainbow cloak and a number 6 button at a sci-fi convention. Only one person recognized it.
Wow.
He would.
I'd wear that.
Yep.
I think I have those shoes. At least I used to.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely, but really like
The little lights.
the chinos, the blue jacket, the blue boat shoes.
My mother says my dad loved The Prisoner. I'm not surprised because Paul and my father share a lot of tastes. He also loved The Producers and Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove. Yeah, I think in both cases, definitely. So there's some common ground there.
Yes, Patrick McGowan.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Patrick McGowan.
Definitely going.
Oh my gosh, I love these comments. This is the best.
This is we're on a classic movie kick. We started on a classic Christmas
movie kick.
movie
so happy,
kick.
you guys.
But you know, this all works together. You can watch any of this stuff any time of the year. It's all great. The little lights aren't twinkling, Clark. I know, Arden.
I know, Arden. Thanks
for pointing it out. Yep. So, Rope. That's what we're talking about here. I was wondering what Elise was wondering about. I've never seen Rope, as a matter of fact. So.
Wait. Oh my God.
Oh really? Do you know what that is?
Amy?
Drop it in. If you've got the link, drop it in. I'd like to see that.
Oh, Sandy says Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is on Amazon Prime.
Wow. So there's actually like a high-def version of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians kicking around? Interesting. You know?
I love it.
I was just looking this up the other day. Let me see if I can call this up. Since we keep talking about Santa Claus Conquers, because
what are you doing?
The classics are the classics. What?
You got rid. I'm not gonna look.
Don't look. Jeez. No trust. I tell you.
La la la. La, la, la.
I need to shrink this.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay, maybe it's slightly larger.
That wasn't as scary as I feared it might be.
Here's an ad from Billboard from November 28th, 1964. Let me see if I can actually display this. Can you take a look on the playback and make sure that I've got this properly?
Sure.
It's
going to be delayed, but...
Yeah, here's an ad for an RCA Victor record from Al Hurt. And let me see if I can show this. He's saying, thank you for years in the music business, and his new single is Hooray for Santa Claus.
Ah.
So I hope you can see this well.
Ring light in there, but you got the idea. You got the gist.
There you go. Al Hurt in a Santa hat, and away we go.
You got the gist.
So there was a single released at the time. If you're thinking, there wasn't a soundtrack album. Actually, there was a kids record. I saw it at a record convention once for $75. And I said,
yikes.
And I said, that's $70 more than I would pay, so I didn't buy it. But there you go. But I was just looking because I was wondering about this stuff at the time. And I found that in Billboard. There's a really great online site that will show you all of the old billboards. The guy who did this is a real saint for that.
Oh my gosh, this was so good.
Boom, that was good.
All right. It's amazing.
Apartment has a Christmas theme. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right.
Absolutely. And of course, then there's the musical based on the Apartment, Promises, which has a couple of Christmas songs. We've got Turkey Lurkey Time.
It's Turkey Lurkey Time.
Tom Turkey ran away, but he's back again. Oh, it's great. Burt Bacharach, his only Broadway score. Apparently, the experience gave him a mental breakdown, so he never did it again. It's too bad. He was very good at it.
Oh, my gosh.
But there's also a song called Christmas Day in there, which is very, very good. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, there's another one based on Leopold and Loeb that was, what was that called? That has Dean Stockwell.
The Prisoner? What are you talking about?
No, we're talking about like movies based on the Leopold and Loeb case.
Yeah. How Christmassy.
How Christmassy, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, John, for re-railing us on Christmas. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, John.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to do a martini variation, but...
We could still do it.
Man.
We have the materials.
Is that a good idea?
Well, you can make it a short one.
If I'm in, I'm in.
All right, if you're in, you're on the way.
So we were thinking, many of these Christmas movies, they order martinis. Or they just make them, like in Miracle on 34th Street.
Maybe it's just a mid-century thing. It's a go-to. Martinis, Manhattans, and highballs. What else do you need for a party? Certainly, in the first Thin Man, what do they need for a party? Cocktails and highballs, the long and short of it. That's all you need. Martinis.
So.
And if you don't like martinis, you could always go for bourbon, and you can go for Manhattans. What the heck? There were fewer things kicking around in that period of time, and there were very good liquors kicking around. So hey.
Yes, I love Desk Set.
Another Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's flick, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't it cover all three?
Well, Desk Set. There's the Christmas party, and then when you see them after the Christmas party, it's clearly the new year, but you don't see any New Year activity.
But don't they start like right at Thanksgiving, so they're all talking about that?
Well, they don't talk about Thanksgiving so much, but it's set at Christmas time, so yeah.
So big fun?
The Apartment is totally a Christmas movie. Is this a good idea? It's martini.
We don't have to consume it.
I want to do, well, if I'm going to make it, I'm going to consume it. But I will take a shaker.
I'm looking at the playback here, which is delayed, and I appear to be fondling my my sock. Maybe I should stop doing that. Maybe I should keep doing that. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Oh, I got my cocktail sock here. Ha ha ha.
You get to go to Facebook jail.
Yeah, I should stop using the term fondle.
Maybe you should. I'm just saying.
Well, what do you think? Christmas horror movies.
Christmas horror movies.
Man. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes. Also, well, I don't know how horrific it is, but there's always whoever slew Auntie Roo.
Yeah. Which
I enjoy quite a bit.
It's horrible enough. I mean, it's actually...
I feel sorry.
Okay?
I feel sorry for her because...
Well, she's mentally ill.
Yeah.
She actually had a breakdown and, like, things happened. She had a terrible incident happen and she had a breakdown and then she's a little nutty and she has this elaborate house and plenty of money.
And these children just are grifting her. But...
They are. They're kind of horrible kids at the end of the day. And isn't it it's the kid from Oliver who's in that? So...
The kid from Oliver.
Yeah, Mark Lester, who I don't think did too much else, as a matter of fact. He's in this huge blockbuster picture, and then not too much else happened with him. It's kind of funny.
You know, I'll take the Christmas horror movies. I don't think we could, I mean, we're next week. But we're doing 2 live videos the week after, so.
Count them. Well, do you want to make that martini, or do you want to make something else?
All right. We're calling this one
No, wait a minute. Oh, do not forsake me, oh my darling. That's actually a great intro to the original Prisoner because it's not the original intro. It itself is a takeoff. That's very cool. I'm going to take a look at that, thank you.
I need a shaker. And I also we did not bring out the driver mate.
Coming your way and coming your way. And a lot of tins and...
In a lot of these most of these classic Christmas movies, they had martinis. Thin Man, Miracle on 34th Street, Holiday Affair, which we have on our TV right now. Christmas in Connecticut, they had martinis. So,
yes.
Martinis kind of were the drink to order back then. So we've come up with a slight Christmas variation.
Okay, you know something?
He's trying to find a shaker.
Yeah, I've got metal parts and I don't have glass. Let me dig.
Which is just weird because
I have all
feel
the
like
shakers gone.
we are lousy with shakers, but...
We usually are. Maybe I will actually take Devin and Jessica in up on that. If I don't have enough parts.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be right back.
All right, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a shaker part. I am very open to Christmas horror movies, but I don't know too many. I definitely know Whoever Slew Auntie Roo, but that's kind of more, I don't know if that's a horror or if that's more thriller.
It's that's a fine line. It's sort of got a gothic horror thing going on. Not exactly, because it's not the same era, but it has it is set in the 20s, and there is a very early century thing aspect to it. And there is a real hideous death scene, etc. So it's got that going on. I think a lot of the Christmas horror pictures are sort of on the slasher genre, and that's not really our stock in trade. But then again, we did see recently Motel Hell, which is a fair amount of gore. So
there's always Happy Birthday to Me.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that one too.
Which is extraordinarily bloody.
Okay, so did you bring the remote?
It is right behind you.
Thank you. So we're calling this one the Mary Martini.
Mary.
2 ounces of gin.
Mm-hmm.
1/3 of an ounce. Another cork. 1/3 of an ounce dry vermouth.
1/3 again is not a really standard measure. You have to sort of eyeball it.
I am eyeballing.
Most of your graduated glassware, like this little guy that has all these little markings on it, do not have thirds.
So, I hope this is good. We haven't tried it.
But I think another way to express that is take the cap from the vermouth and fill that up, and that's pretty much about 1/3. This, of course, does not have a cap. It's got a cork, so you'd make a mess. But I'm just saying, that's what you would do.
And then we're adding a dropper of the, once again, Dash Fire Cinnamon Bitters, who I swear are not paying us.
No, we're getting a lot of press
Because if they
tonight.
were paying us, I would be all about telling you about them.
I would tell you that they were paying us because we would have to. Let's ice you up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Those are FCC and FTC rules, by the way.
Exactly.
Which we abide by. I certainly don't mind telling you if somebody is paying the
too
place.
much. Oh my gosh. It's cheaper by the dozen of Christmas horror movie.
Yours, mine, ours.
Oh.
It depends,
I do remember that.
It depends on how you feel about excess children.
Theoretically, I should be stirring this.
You do not have to stir. My personal opinion is when I want a martini, I want it cold and fast, and stirring takes a while. So I shake the damn things and pour it. What's wrong with that? Glass? Would you like a frozen glass?
It doesn't matter. Thank you. Any glass.
We give you one of these red ones that are kind of
perfect.
Yep. Here it is
Thank
right
you. All right.
Mm-hmm. And here you go.
Strain into a cocktail glass. So, it doesn't matter. It just looks like a martini. So.
John says 2 teaspoons equals 1/3 of an ounce. Well, that's a lot easier to measure than 1/3 on the eyeball.
So a teaspoon.
Thank you, sir.
Would be
and
better.
Also 10 mil. 10 mil is a pretty easy measure.
And then I'm going to take this lemon curl, and then you can't see it on there, but that expressed a lot of lemon.
This is the whole point with the peel. Essentially, that replaces the bitters in a drink.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
so
my gosh. If you're like...
Classic martini formula. We used a really high quality, I think we used Aviation.
We did.
Gin, as a matter of fact.
If you're thinking like, I want a martini, but I also want a Christmas drink, this would be it.
Oh, yeah, because I'm getting a lot of flavors coming off of that. And I'm getting that cinnamon. It's not a heavy cinnamon hit, but it's enough.
Errol says if you make a drink and it turns out to be a stinker, rename it the Aunt Bethany.
Oh, dear, did I break wind? Jeez, did the room clear out?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we could just say a teaspoon.
3 ounces.
Right?
2 teas. 2 teas.
I have not seen Krampus, Baron. We need to see that. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Scary
Silent Night,
Monsters on
Bloody
Christmas.
Night. Oh, okay.
With Mary Warnoff.
Christmas.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Talk about your cult actors right there.
I love it.
I'm thinking of Eating Raoul, not a Christmas movie, but Mary Warnoff.
Yep.
There we go. I remember seeing that in the theater at the time. That was a little far out for my mother. But she took it to us nonetheless.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's a little far in for us because I think Paul Bartel is pretty hilarious. So
Your mother was very cool.
she really, really was. She really actually knew these things. Also a fan of the producers and Dr. Strangelove. So I got to say.
Really?
Yes.
She does not seem like she would like those movies.
No, both, definitely.
I'm surprised.
I'm trying to think of what else was sort of like Christmas themed, or it's usually like kid sees Santa Claus catch on fire at Christmas, comes up with a complex, like ends up like dressing up in a Christmas suit and killing people, that kind of stuff. It's a little ill-tempered. It's not my go-to, but sometimes these things are done okay. I thought that, like, for what it was, Motel Hell was actually pretty well done. It's cheaply made, for sure.
Well, that's true.
For sure. It did have a real classic actor in it, but he was collecting a paycheck. So.
Maybe we're going to make a flaming rum punch or just hard
liquor. We're going to get drunk fast.
I love it.
Well, I will tell you one thing about if you want to get there fast, if you go with a straight up booze drink like, say, this martini, that's the idea.
We'll get you there fast.
So the Manhattan that I had.
Yes, we're taking it slowly.
Definitely designed. Yeah, you want to sip that for sure. And hard liquor, you know what you could do is a real classic is a stone fence. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And really, you get yourself some really good hard cider. You can do it yourself, or you can just find a local joint that's making hard cider these days, and there are many. You've definitely got some locals who are doing some hard cider in Massachusetts. And you fill your glass with that and add a shot of bourbon or rye, and then add some bitters. There you go. It's very simple. It's a total colonial drink, and it will get you very warm quickly. So.
Wait, a John Wayne movie with Christmas scenes in it is Donovan's Reef.
Donovan's
I haven't
Reef.
seen that. Okay.
I haven't seen that in something like 30 years. So that's interesting. I remember at the time,
atmosphere.
not really liking it very much, but it's John Wayne and John Ford. So there's definitely something going on. And I forget who the gal in Donovan's Reef is.
One way to find out.
Mm-hmm. There's also... Oh, I totally forget the name of that. Well, I guess I have to do some searching after you do some searching.
Okay,
Lee Marvin.
John Wayne, Lee Marvin. Of course, the woman's
like
not credited.
10th bill.
But
Jeez.
Elizabeth Allen.
Elizabeth Allen. Okay.
Dorothy Lamour. Okay.
I may be thinking of Dorothy Lamour, who's not the prime interest in that, but...
Liz Allen, yes. Okay, Jamie's right.
Bingo,
Yep.
bingo. Right there. Faster than we were.
I just want to watch TV now.
Inspired.
We need to like have one of these TV platforms sponsor us so that we can just have viewing parties.
Okay, we can also talk about television Christmas things because there's so many great things there.
Oh my gosh.
You want to start with like Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid, which is
Mary Tyler Moore.
That's Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid Part 2 because she's
No, That's part one.
That's part two, because Kristen Whole Like It original.
Oh, because is that girl.
Is that girl.
Okay.
So she's really reflecting
I keep forgetting that girl came before Mary more about.
Which is really, it's a real transition thing. I think like one definitely leads to the other.
Right.
And away you go. There's a whole ton of these great things. A couple of great Bob Newhart ones. We found a bunch of Christmas episodes.
So many Bob Newhart Christmas episodes.
The Jeffersons had several Christmas episodes that are very good. That last one where they're reminiscing about their childhoods, like the two of them.
So good.
That's actually very well done. And I was also thinking about the Twilight Zone delved into Christmas in 1960.
Oh, yeah.
When the series was way over budget and they had to figure out something to do, and that one suggestion was film a bunch of episodes on videotape. So they filmed 6 episodes, and one of them was the Christmas one with Art Carney, which is actually
I love that one.
very well
so
done.
Good.
Very well done. And it's really cool to see because it looks so strange to be on videotape for the Zone. But it works very well. It works very well.
Good.
I just think that, like, ultimately, like Serling just liked to work with great actors. Like, and if he had an opportunity to work with Art Carney, he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So they came up with that great episode.
That girl had a couple of Christmas episodes. Bewitched has Christmas episodes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I just definitely
Beverly
want to name
Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Ozzie and Harriet.
I don't know if the Outer Limits ever did Christmas, but probably not.
MASH had some great ones, Joan says. Oh, Twilight Zone. Yeah, okay, Julie loves it. Yeah, exactly, right?
It's very cool. It's got great character actors. John Fiedler is in there. Like, he's like, the guy who's accusing him, you're blah, blah, blah. But he gets what he asked for, which is kind of sort of the Santa Claus spirit right there.
Yep.
Kind of hilarious.
I'm trying to think of what else. I watch all these, but Andy Griffith. Okay, I don't know which Andy Griffith, but I believe you because
bingo.
Yeah.
Christmas Evil. Oh, well, John Waters should know his way around some, Christmas horror type stuff.
Exactly.
After all, he's the one who gave us, if I don't get those bleep cha-cha heels, Female Trouble, Christmas movie. Bang. There we go. And personally, it's a personal favorite. I think it just... I'm not even going to tell you what is my favorite scene in the whole thing.
But
I think it does.
If it needs a cocktail, we should take this one away because...
would you like a Female Trouble cocktail?
I think we owe it to
our
John
audience
Waters.
And John Waters.
To John Waters to make a Female Trouble.
I will again tell a story which I think I've told on the air before, where I used to work in a record store years ago. This is going back quite a ways. And one of the regular customers, a guy who looked a hell of a lot like John Waters. And I had an experience one day where he walks in and was, oh, hey, it's Frank, And then after about 20 minutes, I realized, no, that's actually John Waters.
I know him. I know Frank, though.
Yes,
I don't know John Waters, but I know Frank.
And then, like, another 20 minutes, and Frank walks in. And I said, you won't believe this, but I just mistook John Waters for you. And he thought that was the most hilarious thing. But I thought it was like, it is pretty hilarious. It's insane that would be the case. But too much. So
it's been a couple of years since I've seen Female Trouble, so I might need some help on collaborating with this. But the Cha-Cha Heels. Now,
Baltimore is well known for both rye and brandy. So you have some base liquors to think of right there.
I'm thinking of rye. We don't have rye.
No, rye.
Brandy. I'm thinking of brandy.
Sorry, I'm thinking of brandy. Quick! I think we have one vote for a Female Trouble cocktail. Got a lot of
We gotta
problems.
do a Female Trouble cocktail.
Female Trouble. I'm definitely violating copyright right there.
All right. I wish we had Applejack. I feel like that would be so appropriate.
That would be entirely appropriate.
But we don't have Applejack, so we'll just do straight up brandy.
Don't, no, do you?
All right. I didn't know I was doing this till just now. Cha-Cha Heels. We got to call it Cha-Cha Heels.
Cha-Cha Heels. I think you need to call it that fill-in-the-blank Cha-Cha Heels.
Oh, John says, Paul, tell the story about when Fred Schneider from the B-52s came into the store. I think you have 2 good Fred Schneider stories.
I have a bunch of good Fred Schneider stories, but I will definitely tell that. because that's a classic.
All right.
Here's your glass.
In the meantime, I'm going to...
Hand me your medal because that needs to go. Metal.
Hand me your medal. All right. So, Paul can potentially tell the story about Fred Schneider, and I can ruminate on the cha-cha heels.
Shelly. Geez, I'm out too. Oh,
Do you want me to make 2 cha-cha heels?
No, because I might want something else. Or I might want a cha-cha heels. I don't know. We can always remake it. It's entirely true. The remake. Well, I think cha-cha heels
Baron, I am making the cha-cha heels.
has been named and is ready to go.
I haven't seen Female Trouble for at least 15 years, so I could use some subtle reminders. All right.
Subtle plans.
Let me go back to, all right, hold on.
Well,
I do research on these things, you guys.
So you research and I will tell you. So here's the thing. Also, many fairly well-known entertainment people showed up at the store. Honestly, my favorite...
Which store are you talking about, Paul?
Okay, so this was a joint called Footlight Records, which was in the Village. In the Village.
Which village?
Where am I? Not that village. That's number 6. But this village would be Greenwich Village, and it's on 12th Street, as a matter of fact. Don't look for it. It's not there anymore. Just like in Spinal Tap. Don't look for it. It's not there anymore. It is long gone, unfortunately. It was an entertainment-based store. It had a ton of theater, movies, classic singers, jazz, a really good rock section, frankly. For all of that, like, classic songbook stuff, they had a very good rock section. And even a tiny little country section and Latin, really good Latin section at the time. But basically, if you're looking for it from Broadway or the movies, it was there. Absolutely great, fantastic stuff. They had like CDs, cassettes, and LPs. Yes, never gave them up. Just fantastic stuff. And all sorts of musicians came in there. I remember Tom Verlaine would come in regularly. I remember John Zorn would come in regularly. All these fun people. Mike Patton from Faith No More would come in, and I remember he bought a huge amount of stuff because it was all of this soundtrack stuff. I'm looking for Morricone. We had them all. So who else came in? Fred Schneider was a regular. Absolutely. And at one point, the store changed ownership. And the new owner took a look at a lot of the stuff that was kicking around in the back of the store and said, we have to move this stuff out of here. And it was a bunch of really, really old 10-inch records. The 10-inch LP record, which debuted around 1948, was the original LP format. And it was designed to look exactly like a 78 RPM album. And it contained usually 6 songs. It's a great little format. It's fun. But they're all from the early 50s, and they all suffered from the fact that they were played on some pretty brutal machines. And that is the fact of the matter. I have a number of them in the collection, and they're usually pretty noisy. So a lot of the stuff that came out was put out for something like $2 or $3. Just get rid of it. And so who comes in to take a look at the big stack that's going out but Fred? And he takes a look through all this stuff and comes up with a huge stack and comes up to the counter. And one of the guys at the front says, just want to advise you that some of these are not in the best of condition for that price. And he had the classic response, oh, I know. Some of these look like they've been played with a nail.
Uh-oh, we got to plug in my phone. My power is low.
You know, some of those were played with a nail.
Will you plug me in over there?
Be glad
please?
to.
Thank you. All right. We still have power.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Despite
Considering
all of this,
we're in the middle of a storm, I have an idea.
You have power. Here we go.
Thank you. I have an idea.
I'm glad you have an idea. Here we go. So that's the Fred story. That was just hilarious. He's a pretty funny guy. And I got to say, I've enjoyed him live on at least 2 occasions. So
I was in the restroom line behind him at a party one time.
That's saying something. I think that's saying that you lived and worked around NYC.
Which I did,
and fun things happen.
Okay.
So.
All right. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of room on my little document.
Oh my, got to reconfigure.
All right, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Cha-cha heels.
Just put it here. Here you go. Just put it in the same note.
Put it here. Cha.
Would you like to dictate and I can type?
Heels. Yes, I would. All
There we
right.
go.
I'm going to start with 2 ounces of brandy.
We have to be using St. Remy.
Yep.
I don't say that you have to do that. Just a good brand of brandy is a good idea. This is a French brandy that comes to us at a very good price.
It's the best one we can get in our local liquor store.
Yeah, basically. We get to both of our locals. Actually, I think all 3 of our places that we frequent, we can get that. So that's a good idea. I don't recommend the bottom of the barrel brandy because it's usually a little,
I don't recommend the bottom of the barrel anything, but
yeah, frankly, I don't recommend the bottom of the barrel gin either.
I'm also going to use a 1/2 ounce of grind espresso shot liqueur. It felt right.
That's just a really intense coffee liqueur. If you had a really good coffee liqueur, you could use that yourself. Absolutely.
And then one of my favorite Christmas liquor tropes, sour cherry cordial. Let's do a 1/2 ounce of that. And
But wait, there's more.
there is more. I think I'm going to go for the lemon juice. Lemon juice. Let's do 3/4 of an ounce. Now, I want a little something. I want to make this different.
That sounds like bitters. And we know that
I'm thinking it
Divine in this picture is very bitter.
I've got sour cherry and grind coffee liqueur.
But you don't have bitters.
I don't have bitters yet, but I'm also thinking about like maybe a black cherry soda or something.
You have such things?
We do.
Okay. Is it behind me?
No, it's in there on the floor.
Oh, okay then.
I'm thinking. I'm not positive yet. Just keep hearing all those snowblowers out there. It's distracting me.
All
right, I'll be back. I'm going to go looking for ingredients.
And boom.
Pardon me.
Baron says use chai tea and call it chai heels. Oh yeah, the Christmas decor of the 60s TV episodes is usually just like spot on, totally on par. These are normally all shot in California. They're in the usual locations. So Christmas, the white Christmas thing is a little far-fetched, but the Christmas decor is totally 1962. Isn't that awesome? And they're just pulling off the shelf. They just went to Sears.
Pardon me. Jumping in.
Oh, and Arthur Kidd did a song called Cha-Cha Heels in 19... Yes, absolutely. There was also a song called Kinky Boots, which I believe was Honor Blackman. Honor Blackman and... Name escapes me, but somebody will fill me in on this.
Got it.
Oh, and Amy just dropped the Superions with fruitcake. That's just awesome.
I love that.
That's just awesome. Love it. And here we have the video for Cha-Cha Heels.
Cha-Cha
Thank you,
Heels.
Opera. I'm just catching up. Boom, 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 boom. Jennifer said, I like when Kelly has ideas.
Aww,
well, you know.
Thank you.
You've been here for some of these impromptu ideas.
So, okay. If you... Oh, Mom's asking, who's your favorite celebrity customer?
Okay.
Hi, John, by the way. All right.
Honestly?
I added 5 dashes of ginger bitters.
There we go.
So if you could put that. And then I'm also going to do orange bitters.
Okay.
5 dashes.
5 dashes. A lot of dashes tonight. But you know
right.
what? Sometimes it needs it.
I think it'll be good. So let's give it a shot. Let's run it up the
I really like those
flagpole.
ginger bitters, and I like those orange bitters.
Let's run it up the flagpole.
So shake, strain, and which glass?
I think a cocktail.
Okay. So you will need, again, metal part?
I'm going to need a metal part and a strainer and ice. I'm so demanding. Thank you. All right. And then I want to hear about your favorite celebrity customer. That was a great question.
Sure. Yeah, great question. I'll keep you hanging in suspense because I'm letting it stretch.
I don't even know his favorite celebrity customer. Thank you. Sugar ice. And strain into a cocktail glass.
If I don't get those bleep cha-cha hills for Christmas.
Do we have a cocktail glass?
Hey, John. Sorry we missed you in the first, but hey, it's only a few minutes ago. Cocktail glass. Which one would you like?
Well, what's available?
I get the frozen?
Whatever.
Okay, that works.
I'm not going to be picky here.
You have these cold cocktail glasses for a cold night.
I think we're out of our lemon curls, aren't we?
We are. It would be good.
I would have used one.
I would have.
To garnish.
If anybody knows Mr. Waters, let him know. We would have used a lemon curl. Didn't have it. Boy. So that's the cha-cha.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh my gosh, the cha-cha heels are so good.
I really do. The only thing that could possibly improve this
bubbles
is do a short pour and like top it with bubbles.
Top it with bubbles. I know.
I think that is probably.
I don't want to open a bottle of Prosecco, you
just
guys.
for the purpose. But damn it, if you have one, particularly if you have one of those little split size.
But
bang.
But that would make this even
that would
better.
really kind of kill it. Jamie's wondering, noting about different shaped styling for your records. Reads the side of the grooves and all worn out 70s. There's a whole practice with 78s about which stylus to choose. Particularly if you really get back into the acoustic era, it was all different. You can actually choose a stylus where the tip is completely shaved off, so it's just like a plateau ultimately, and it doesn't hit the bottom of the groove where there's a lot of noise. So that's a pretty good idea. Like being played with a nail, but a nail has been shaved down, filed off. So that's the thing.
I want to hear about your favorite celebrity customer.
Well, let me tell you, there were all sorts who came into the store. I actually really had very good conversations with John Zorn because he was just a music nut. He collected anything and everything. Probably has 100,000 records, and that's probably a short amount. But one of my favorite things at the time was when an Italian lady came in, very, very classy, who was looking for some New York music. And so one of the guys got on and started talking to her about things that we had and what we could do, etc. And her husband waited outside. And outside was this very tall gentleman, tall, slender gentleman in a white suit, and he was just having a smoke. I'm looking, and I turned to the guy next to me, and I say, I believe that's the Italian actor Marcello Mastroianni. And it was. So I thought, wow, Mastroianni came to our store? That was cool.
Did he ever come in, or did he just stay outside?
He never came in. So,
your favorite customer never came in.
He was not even a customer, but his wife was. Mrs. Mastroianni was. That was very cool.
Hilarious.
Because I've got to tell you, I've seen more than my share of pictures that he's been in. And, Fellini, a favorite. No question. So, but definitely. Come on.
I know Valerie Harper came in. You told me about that.
I actually waited on her, as a matter of fact, because she was looking for something very specific. I knew what it was, and I said, we don't have it. So I took a little note to see if we ever got it in, and we never did.
Ugh.
But we never did because when I saw it in somebody's collection, it was owned by Laura Kenyon, and she wasn't going to sell it. So one celebrity was not going to sell to another celebrity. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
That's the funny stuff.
What was it?
There's a record that was, I think it was like the gospel according to Dylan. It was sung by a gospel choir, and it was like Dylan songs, like sung gospel. I had to look up who that was.
Ooh, Amy. I'm so excited about your new liquor acquisitions.
Oh, wow. Well, that's slightly extravagant booze shopping. I guess that might resemble times when we've been booze shopping. Mm-hmm. It's always good to pick up a new tool for the arsenal.
Exactly.
You know? Obviously, we use a number of things. Some of them are things you're very familiar with by now, and some of them are things which are kind of new. And we like to make friends with our local liquor stores where they really cater, what is the term I'm looking for? Where they really manage the stock well.
Yeah, they care.
Yeah.
Curate.
Where they curate the
You're
stock
looking for curate.
very well. Because at one of our largest local stores, as the owner of the store noted, you can't get everything. There are way too many things in the world.
No, you would have to have a Costco-sized warehouse.
And you would still run short. It is just crazy the number of things that are out there. But you could actually find what is available to you and fine-tune it and make sure that you have a good selection of all these things. You know, there's a lot of hot categories these days. Amari are suddenly coming into their own, and suddenly there's a ton of stuff. Vermouth used to be 2 bottles on the shelf. They were made by a very recognizable brand.
Sweet and dry.
Sweet and dry. That's it. Suddenly there's just a ton of stuff in vermouth, and it tastes different than the stuff you used to.
Oh, yeah.
So that's fun. You know, flavored, infused wine. That's different. That's fun. That's what you use in your Manhattan martini. Different flavors. So, well,
I like the way he throws it to me.
I don't know. We're still going, though. We have new comments, so I'm going to go with the new comments. Come on. If I can make this thing work. Down there. Oh, yeah. Kitsch-en Barton. That's awesome. Oh, she was great. She was very polite. There was like, honestly, among my favorite celebrity appearances was
hold on. Lisa says they make flip tops you can add to champagne or prosecco bottles to reseal if you don't drink it all.
Oh yeah,
I love that. We don't have anything like that. We have corks, but they're not great.
There was one brand
that
we bought a couple of times that actually had a topper that you wouldn't pop off as much as you would ease it off.
Right.
And you could ease it back in and it would hold. And we have a couple of those stoppers, and you could use that the same way, which is a good idea. You know, if you want to preserve the stuff. Usually we put a stopper in it, keep it very cold, and it will stay fizzy. Generally speaking, it doesn't last till morning, so it's not much of an issue. But if you want to have a remainder for the next day, that's the way to do. There's a lot of jazz about putting a silver chain in it. That doesn't work. Don't bother with that.
Chain.
Just put a rubber stopper in it and put it in the fridge. Keep it really, really cold. That keeps the bubbles, from going crazy. If it warms up, you're gone. Dylan's Gospel. Well, I think somebody just named it. Thank you. Bang! Reissued in 2014. Well, that was basically about 20 years too late for Miss Harper. But I'm glad somebody thought about that. Light in the Attic did all those reissues. Hey, Ron, did they do the reissues?
No, she lived until a year or two ago.
Is she still alive?
No, she passed away, but only a year or two ago.
No, I'm talking about it was too late for her at the time.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's where I go.
I was going to say.
Light in the Attic, didn't they do the reissues on the free design? Am I wrong? That sounds very familiar. And that's way overdue, too.
Oh my gosh, Joan Rivers. I love Joan Rivers.
Oh, I'm missing a piece here. I need some flatware.
I love Joan
Rivers.
Oh, so good.
Big fun. Cactus needles for records. Yeah, well, that's the way to go.
Redesign.
That's it. Gotta find some album covers. Didn't realize Ron was still here.
He's gone in search of album covers. Near. It is so cold in here. Why is it so cold in here?
Let's go outside.
You just spent like $1 gazillion for new windows. It is freezing in this house. Will you be back?
I just said I would.
All right, here he comes.
All right, big fun, big fun. I've actually featured some of these on my page. But here, the Christmas collection is much, much larger than you think it should be, but we like to share them with you. So we're starting with Christmas Disco because everybody needs a little. I actually really appreciate the disco era, and I appreciate the fact that that overlaps with Christmas music. Another sort of collection in this sort of thing. And this is one of the originals. This was, I think.
You gotta tilt it down. So you're just getting the ring.
All right,
there
fine,
you go.
fine.
All right.
Jeez. Actually, where's the phone so I can see this in real time?
Okay. Maybe you could actually see what you're doing.
And then I know what the hell I'm doing. That's good. Got it? Yeah, this is great. I love that cover. This was reissued on Pickwick. There's a Pickwick label that did this. Completely different cover, same damn record. That's also a great cover. It's also
I think we
Disco.
went over that last week.
We have actually done that sort of thing, yeah. Sharon Jones and the Dapkins. If you don't own it, buy it.
Yeah.
You actually were able to get about 10% off recently, but that offer has expired from Daptone Records. Just do it. It's on green vinyl or red vinyl. I forget which these days. Very cool.
Well, let's find out.
Yep. Oh, this one is actually green.
Oh, okay.
That much I know. But I don't know what they're doing.
I was like, let's open it and find out.
I don't know what they're selling right now. I think they changed the color because, hey,
okay.
What the heck? So the Partridge Family Christmas album with the card, that's pretty unusual because all of these that originally came with the card disappeared. It got thrown away or something, or it's in somebody's collection. This is the first time I've ever found this with the damn card intact. There it is.
No, I know the envelope.
Yeah, well, card is inside it.
I guess they would have had to have removed the shrink wrap to get the cards. So.
Yes. Well, you have to actually open the record in order to access.
I'm curious about what's on the card.
Let's find out.
No, you'll wreck the shrink wrap.
No, I won't. We've managed to weasel this out before.
Oh, no. Don't open that record.
Record's already open.
Don't open that shrink wrap. Oh no, the value just plummeted.
No, it didn't. The record was already open. The record, of course, has a card which says Season's Greetings with the stars of the show.
Oh, that's so cute.
So there you go.
Shirley Jones.
That's all.
Oh. Susan Day.
Mm-hmm.
Dante, it's signed Dante Bonaduce.
Dante Bonaduce. Gotta love that. You've seen Danny doing a ton of things these days.
He just destroyed the value of this.
Used to be one of the originals on World's Dumbest, so he in fact is Dante. But you find a ton of these things without the card inside. So, and actually, we used to have a lot of copies of this, but I've been giving them away because I don't need all of those. Mm-hmm.
I feel so Christmassy that I saw that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
This is actually a bit unusual. If you can find it, highly recommended. Homer and Jethro, Cool Crazy Christmas from 1968. They are great no matter what. They're just a couple of country players. They were actually studio guys who did a ton of stuff. Really, really great players. And they did all these song parodies, and they decided to tackle an entire Christmas album. It's hilarious. Great.
It's a good one.
Great. Worth doing. It's not that easy to find. And New Christy Minstrels, love these guys, grew up on them, all those Christmas collections we were talking about. Here's the second album, which is calling itself Christmas with the Christies. Just dig that hairpiece.
I was going to say, I feel like it should just be called #Hair Goals.
Hair Goals, yes. Well worth your time. Was just playing this today, The Merriest of Christmas Pops. This is the first appearance of Esquivel on Christmas records.
Was it really Mary?
It was Mary.
You were playing some stuff today that was so depressing. I'm like, is this Mary?
That wasn't that.
Okay.
But this also features Mimi Hines doing a lot of sort of like kitty voice stuff. And who else is it? Ray Martin and the Skipjacks are on this too. But a lot of fun.
Ray Martin and the Skipjacks.
The Skipjacks are on this one too. Kind of great. And,
okay.
One of my favorite covers. Here we have Who in the World is Here on White Christmas? This is actually South Korean star Patty Kim. She was absolutely enormous in South Korea. Obviously, if you have that heritage, you'd say, oh, I recognize her. And if you don't, you'd have no idea. But this is fun. This is actually sung
Colin or Nimoy.
Korean and English, but definitely. I just love the color on this is just crazy.
That is a great cover.
It's
yeah,
really just all tinted up, and it's very late '60s. It has that look to it. Saw this at a convention and said, "Coming home with us." Boom, done.
I stand by that one.
Those are some favorites. I think that some of you probably own some of these, and some of you are probably looking for some of these now. Recommended, all of them, but definitely. The Esquivel Christmas stuff is very good. It sounds like Esquivel, and it just attacks it, really.
Oh my gosh, the comments are hilarious.
Big
I had
fun.
to go back and read.
Big fun coming through. Oh, so Ron, yeah, I remember actually playing that at a friend's place. Through his system was like
Kites are fun.
audio research and Spender speakers and everything. That sounded just great, absolutely great. And this was, and he had the open reel tape on the thing, so he had the reference to how this should sound exactly.
Is that TQD?
But the decode of that was actually, so it was really good. Yeah, and I do have that. I found that years ago and said, "Oh, Coming Home with Me," still sounds good on this system. And I don't even have the QS decoder set up to do it properly right now, but still sounds good. Casey, oh, why didn't Casey do more Christmas music? Why didn't Casey do any Christmas music? Should have done. Gotta say.
I feel like that's the way to be relevant forever. Do a Christmas album.
Yeah. Oh, Three Sons? Pardon me?
Oh, we have that around here somewhere. I think I saw that today, actually. He actually gave me the greatest honor. Here, you pick a Christmas record to listen to. And of course, I'm like,
I have no idea.
out of these 1,000 Christmas records, let me go choose one. But
yeah. No, classic, clearly. I don't think this got a really good reissue at the time, so it's not as common as it should be. But I remember putting this up at work, and one of the guys came by and said, "Oh, that was my house as a kid." So somebody heard it, definitely.
wow,
And he was
okay.
really glad to see the cover. I thought that's very cool. It's a great record.
Wasn't there
Still a lot of
someone
fun.
you made very happy at work with the Menudo Christmas
Yes.
record?
Yes, our assistant at work actually grew up on that record. That was a really
Aw.
big thing at the time. That's circa 1984, I think, is Menudo Christmas. And it's a lot of fun, you know.
I love that.
Just a Latin boy band, and they sold a gazillion. Seriously. But definitely. Well, gonna try a little more cha-cha heels here.
Try it, make sure it's still okay. Did we write it down?
Just sampling for
Oh,
purposes.
we did.
Yes.
Okay,
It's on the
all right.
note.
Yep,
It's on the note.
okay.
So.
What do you think? Got more in you, or is it time?
Might just be about time.
Okay.
We got a big day ahead of us. So. Mhm.
We do.
We do indeed.
We do have a big day ahead of us. Thank you for visiting the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. We will not be here next Wednesday, but
Wow.
the week after, we will be here twice.
Twice.
So we will make it up to you
Hey.
week after next.
I
We'll be
know.
here a week from Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on New Year's Eve, we'll be here at 11:30-ish. And we'll let you know the exact time for certain, but 11:30-ish on New Year's Eve, and we'll drop the ball.
We like to start around that time on New Year's Eve because otherwise we might be going from 8 o'clock till 1,000,000 o'clock, and that is really kind of hard on the
It'll just
system.
be like a Jerry Lewis telethon. So.
If you want to see like my tide to get loosened and I start to get really loopy and start like rambling on incoherently, we could do that, but I would probably like to be able to drop the ball properly. I know that in Times Square,
Drop that ball.
they're probably not going to be able to drop it as usual.
Well, they'll drop it. I just don't know if
they're just not going to have the crowds there because there's no way you can do that this year.
But there won't be crowds here either.
There won't be crowds there either.
Drop by. We'll be dropping the ball.
So
and our ball is
why don't you
equally
all
as fabulous.
Crowd around here virtually, and you will see us do that thing. Our ball is at least the equal of the big Times Square ball. Well, minus the Swarovski crystals. I don't know. We don't have that. But it's a cool ball, I'm going to say. But definitely. And there was some great things going on. Probably a lot of stuff with champagne because, hey, it's,
you think?
New Year's.
You think that might happen?
New Year's. If you want to have a martini at 11:30 at night, it's not my first place to go, but at French 75, boom.
Do it.
Definitely. So, please.
Hello, Judy.
Hey!
Oh, Satellite, thank you. And Amy,
thank you
so much.
You
oh my gosh.
have a wonderful Christmas and whatever else you're doing. I always like to,
Ron.
I like to say happy holidays because I'm thinking of Thanksgiving and New Year's too. It's a continuum that goes forever.
Satellite,
there's a lot going on.
You guys are the best.
Please,
thank you so much, Lisa.
All to you. But if you do Christmas, great. If you're still doing Hanukkah, please, Mazel Tov. If you are doing other things, make it happen. This is for all of us.
We will see you 2 weeks from this evening and 2 weeks and 2 days from this evening for New Year's Eve.
For New Year's Eve. So 31st, tune on in. Same bat time, same bat channel. You'll see us.
And next week we will have Mocktail Monday. This Friday we will have a fabulous food video.
Mm-hmm.
Glendora will be here this weekend, and we'll have Mocktail Monday, and then Glendora will be here on Christmas Day.
How about
Glendora's taking the reins Christmas Day.
She'll be up there on her Instagram channel, is that it?
And on YouTube.
So there we go.
So you really can't get away from her.
Check them out.
Can't get away. No matter how hard you try, you can't get away from her.
You might try. Well, Lisa's name checking the TJB.
So good.
I don't know how I escaped growing up with that. We didn't have that Christmas record in the house.
Neither did
but it's a great Christmas record. It's really good. We had a lot of TJB in the house, but not that one. Oh, yeah. We got a wish for the merriest. We wish you the merriest. The merriest. The merriest. Yes, the merriest.
Looking at your posts. They're making me so happy. Thank you.
The only commercial plug I will give this entire evening is if you like what you've seen here today, if you'd like to sponsor us on Patreon, patreon.com/Velveteen Lounge. If you already do, thank you. It helps this to happen. Yes. And we still have copies of our Christmas record. Drop us a line. We'll let you know how that happens. We've been shipping out several recently. Actually, several orders came in. I'm really glad to get them in people's hands because they're fun.
Shipping is wonky this year. I'm not going to lie, but we send you your unique download code. Everyone has their own download code, but you get your unique download code as soon as you order.
You order it, you pay for it.
Yeah.
Bang. You can listen to it.
And your record will show up. And shows up. I don't know.
I will tell you, it's sent safely. Yeah. It might go slightly slowly, but you'll get it.
Slightly slow.
Oh my. House is creaking.
The house is creaking.
That may be a sign.
Scary.
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We love you all.
We do love you all. Merry Christmas. And we will see you 2 weeks from this evening for another live broadcast. And
on the 31st.
Hopefully on the 31st for
the new
dropping them all on New
year.
Year's Eve. So we love you all.
You know that we don't
really do.
You know that we don't drop the ball around here except on the 31st of December.
31st. I'm all about dropping the ball. But we love you. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate you. I'm getting sappy and gross.
Oh, well, it's about time to say.
It's time to log off before I get too sappy and gross.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.